Lead attorney here. Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, we are back. A Sunday edition. Can you guys hear me? I should have fixed the microphone before I started. All right. What are we talking? Struggle streaming already. All right. That threw me off. All right. What are we talking about today? Hope you guys are doing well. We have a little relaxed Sunday edition. YouTube Elementary. What is YouTube Elementary? Guys, I am on a YouTube journey. Just this past January, I was monetized. Now we're in August. Things are rolling along. And I'm making easily over $10,000 a month. I did a video a couple of months ago showing you all of my back end analytics. Now that I know what I'm doing a little bit, this YouTube stuff is starting to get a little easier. So I want to share with you some of my trials and tribulations. I'm gonna drop the link. We're gonna talk about tips to grow your channel faster, strategies, tactics, things that you can do to get a bigger following, things that you can do to produce better videos, have better live streams, start making some of this guap, right? And this can be an excellent side hustle for so many of you. And for others who are more charity minded, it can absolutely be a way to give back. So I want to talk about this. Now, I want to label this YouTube University, but to do that, you got to be on the university level, and I'm not. Again, my channel was just monetized in January. So, this is going to be YouTube Elementary, not PhD level, not university level, not high school level, not middle school level, YouTube Elementary level, second grade, third grade level. But, I've got about 35,000 subscribers, easily making over 10 grand a month on this. So I know a little bit. If you've got 80,000 subscribers, you're not going to learn anything from this. But maybe you can participate and put us up on game, right? And one of the reasons that I'm doing this today is because I was inspired yesterday by a conversation that I had. I was in a YouTuber's chat and we were chatting. And I'm going to get to that in a second. So that is what we are doing. Who do we got in the house? Just really quickly. We got Little Rock is in the house, right? Got banana pineapple. What's pineapple banana? What is making me hungry? What is pineapple banana? He's worth the money for a consultation. All right. Did I do a consultation with you? I actually had a consultation this morning, and I've got another one at, I believe, 4:30. So we're not going to be able to do an 8-hour live stream, right? But thank you for saying that. I never tell, if we come on here and we're talking about YouTubers and stuff, it's all fair game. But whenever I do consultations, I always keep that confidential and private. So if you did have a consultation with me, I really appreciate you saying that. We got Yimmy in the house. Shout out to Yimmy over there with the pounds. It's always great to see Yimmy. Let me get this straight. I always say I'm not going to mispronounce his name. We got Tasha. We got Jones Sounds, main event, Dogan. Did I get it right? Dogan SA. Shout out to Dogan. Lovey in the house. Be alert. Sim gave me Sim Saya. Am I saying that right? What I said I was going to do, guys, talking about consultations. I said I'm going to figure out a way to give a free discount code for consultations. If you want to know, if you're a man or a woman, but especially a man, and you want to know if you should get married to your girlfriend, I am going to give out a free discount code for 15-minute consultations. 15 minutes. And this is what I'm going to do. You're going to call me and you're going to tell me about your situation in 15 minutes. So you better speak fast. And I've got some questions in my own head. After, if you don't know me, mucho gusto. I am the lead attorney, 20-year divorce attorney. So I know a little bit about marriages and divorces, a little bit about relationships. I've heard everything. I scared a few of you with my my best love story, right? Some of you are like, lead attorney, that's not a love story at all. Fair enough. You have never seen a bigger demonstration of love. This stuff, I don't want to say this stuff happens all the time, but guys, this is what divorce attorneys see all the time. Not to that level, but things that'll run the gamut. We see the whole rainbow. So anyway, I'm gonna find a way to figure out a discount code so you can call me and tell me about your 2-year, your 2-year relationship, 3-year relationship. She's pressuring you to get married. And I've got some of my own questions that I have cultivated over 20 years. And so you're telling me, and we're talking and talking, there's going to be a buzzer for 15 minutes and it's going to go off. And I'm going to say yes or no. And then I'm going to hang up, right? And that's what the oracle is, right? The oracle doesn't give you any explanation. Do you go up to the mountaintop to talk to the oracle? You say, listen, we're going to go to war. Are we going to win or lose? And the oracle says, lose. You don't know why. You don't know how to prevent it. You don't know how to get better. You're just good. That's the destiny. That's the fate, right? And so shout out to Sil, because Sil was like, I was saying, what should be the name for these consultations? Sil said the Hot 15. I love that. I love that. If I do these consultations, and it's kind of tongue in cheek, but you are also talking to a man with a lot of experience. I'm definitely going to call it the Hot 15. I love that name. So shout out to Sim. We got Levon. Am I saying that right? Levon Easley. Shout out to Levon. Bohemia Mama in the house. Okay. We got Miss B Finesse. Glad that she's in the house. She's got a YouTube channel. We're going to talk all about this, guys. Starting up YouTube is rough, right? Starting up with YouTube is absolutely rough, but we are absolutely going to talk about it because I want us all to grow. And we're growing. We are absolutely growing. I see a lot of you now with YouTube channels, right? So I love it. I love it. What does Nana say? 10 grand? Yeah, 10 grand. It's actually more. It's actually more because some of you, shout out to Pineapple Banana, some of you see me on YouTube and then you call me up for consultations, and that's not included in the 10 grand. Right? The PayPal stuff, Cash App stuff, all that stuff is outside of the 10 grand. And Nana, I did a video a month or two ago, which showed you all of my back end analytics. So it's not just me talking, I'm actually showing you. Very few YouTubers in this sector show you their analytics. I'm gonna show you a few today, but I'm kind of saving up because I want to show you the 50,000. I did a video at 10,000 subscribers. A video at 25,000 subscribers. I'm going to do one at 50,000 and then another one, maybe the last one at 100,000. So I'm going to show you a little bit, not too much, because hopefully at some point in the near future I get to the 50,000. But Nana, go back to that other video that I did. It's called YouTube something. How much I made with 25,000 subscribers, and I show you. You see it all. And actually, it could have been substantially more than 10,000, but I took a vacation. And I'm going to talk about that again in this one. This actually inspired this video. But yeah, we got, so shout out to Nana. Shout out to Mike Reid in the house. We got Rhapsody Black. Shout out to you, Lovey. One brother, Larry Walker in the house. Shout out to Leslie, man. Leslie caught my eye because most people are like, hey, lead attorney, shout my channel out. I'm like, yeah, I shout your channel out and this and that. Leslie like, no, forget the channel. Shout me out. She hit me up. She was like, shout out Leslie Kilpatrick. So shout out to Leslie Kilpatrick. Salute to Leslie. She is awesome. We got Mel in the house. One Slice. Miss Hall, I know you hate it. Why is your name spelled like that? Lakaya, that has to be it. Did I say? I hate mispronouncing people's names. I hate it. Shout out to Miss Hall. She hates what I call her Miss Hall. It's formal. I will agree. But I just never want to mispronounce your name. Put it in the chat if I'm saying it right. Lakaya. That's what I'm going with. All right. We got Kareen in the house. Black Professional Ops. Jeez, that's a name right there. Right. Sorry. I don't have my glasses on because all these lights. Professor Black Ops. Shout out to Professor Black Ops, cybersecurity for the people. That's what we need, man. Isn't Apple going to start searching our phones for crazy photos? It's man, it's getting rough, guys. Shout out to my man over here with the cybersecurity because we absolutely need it. Absolutely need it. Oh, look who we got in the house. We got Frank talking about people who need to start a YouTube channel. Man, Frank stole the show in our last live stream. Everybody loves this man, and he won't start a channel. He says he's thinking about it. He's mulling it over, and that is exactly what you should do because you start a YouTube channel, you get talked about every day. Someone sent me you guys know I'm trying to do this Instagram thing, and it's not working out. I've only got 3 posts. My time is limited. But someone sent me a link yesterday to 2 dudes talking about me. Random dudes. And there's talking about, I'm homosexual and this and that. I don't know who these people are. They've never been to the stream. I've never discussed them. One was an attorney, if you can believe that, right? And I've never heard of these people before. So it's easy for me to do it because I've been working for so long, guys. I'm on the down end now. I've told some of y'all already that I'm getting out because I've spent 2 decades in the game, 20 years, and I'm done having you pay me money and then I take on your stress. I don't want to do it anymore. Is anybody in the military? Everybody's like, lead attorney, why don't you get to the damn point? I came for YouTube tips and you're talking about the military. And according to you, you've never even been in the military. So why are we talking about the military? It's true. But imagine talking to some, if you talk to a guy who's about to, he's 19 years old, he's about to go to war. And he's like, yeah, defend America and this and that. And he's all hyped up, right? All the training that he's gotten or basic training or whatever. Maybe he went to some camp or something, Fort Pendleton or somewhere. Fort Bragg. What do we got here in Georgia? We got a few. But talk to a veteran who's been fighting in a war for 20 years. It's not the same chipperness. You're not very chipper after you fought for 20 years, right? I'm chipper about this stuff, but not the legal stuff anymore. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, so I'm heading out. Plus, I don't have any kids, which Frank underscored in that last video. So there are very few ways that you can really come at me, right? But if I had kids in school, I don't want people necessarily talking to my kids about me on YouTube. I don't want my kids seeing what other people are saying about me on YouTube. People say some ugly things about me. But again, if it's just me, who cares? But I understand. Shout out to the Steel Curtain. I've been pressing him since day 1 to get a channel. He's like, hell no. Why would I do that? Shout out to Jay Rizzle. Y'all don't even know who Jay Rizzle is. Talking about a black man that leads a channel. He ain't gonna do it. Shout out to Solomon Kennard, black man over there in Silicon Valley. You don't think we need more of him on YouTube? You think he's gonna do it? He ain't gonna do it. All right. So if Frank does decide to do it, I understand why Frank is hesitant. But if he does decide to do it, it'd be a great contribution to the community. Shout out to my man W. Alfonso. Shout out to W. Alfonso, man. Y'all be supporting your boy. We got Moonbeam in the house. What does Moonbeam say? Appreciate you and your platform. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Leslie again. Listen, Chris. Do I know you? Crystal Fowler. Shout out to, I know somebody named Crystal Fowler, but I don't think that's you. Lead attorney is awesome. Thank you so much, Leslie. Shout out to Leslie Kilpatrick. And W. Alfonso says, yeah, YouTube is cold. Listen. Shout out to also AJ is Road Tripping, the sponsor for the last live stream. Super generous in sponsoring that last live stream. Whoever gives the most for super chats or cash apps or whatever, I'm just gonna say you're sponsoring it, right? So AJ is Road Trip. It was a sponsor for the last live stream, and I am so appreciative. All right, Let me tell you what inspired this live stream here. I was talking with a content creator very close to the lead attorney channel, a brother channel, Rebuilding Black Wall Street. And I slipped in on his channel, and he was having a live, and we were talking about YouTube and analytics. And I told him that, I just got back from Mexico, guys, and I was gone for about 2 weeks. I told him those 2 weeks decimated me in terms of my channel. It decimated my channel. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah. And we were talking about it. And I told him how me taking those 2 weeks off, it just dropped everything down. And it was weird because the time before I had to go to Florida. Sometimes I go back and forth to Florida, guys. So I had to go to Florida last month, and I didn't put anything up for like a week, and it dropped it down. And then I had to go to Mexico for 2 weeks, and man. And he was like, "Word." I said, "Listen, this is what I'll do. I'll send you my charts so you can see," because he didn't know. And I was gonna do that, and I was like, "No." I mean, I want him to have the information, but I just don't want it to be him. We're a family, guys. So I'm going to show all of you this. When I started YouTube, I thought that if I made a video and it did okay, I would get money on that video like every month, because it was going to be up. People are going to be watching the video every month. I should get money from the video every month, right? If it's up. YouTube doesn't work that way at all, guys, at all. Like you got about 48 hours before, if you don't start putting out content, man. Shout out to Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. I think there was a point where he had a full-time job and he was making 2 videos a day. Why do you need to make 2 videos a day? Because you get punished if you stop. Shout out to Oshay Duke Jackson. He makes 6-7 videos every day. That's why he's killing the game. He's getting rich. But you can't just make 1 video and then come back 2 weeks later and see where you're at. You might as well stop. Right? So I want to share this with you and how it affected me. It affected my channel so negatively. So I'm going to show you this. But this is inspired. I was going to send him this privately. But I said, no, we're all fam. And I want you guys to see this too. Because if you need to know what you're getting into. I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know it was going to be this damn hamster wheel where you constantly have to churn out content. Right? I didn't know. But this is what we're going to talk about right now. Let me just catch a few more of these. Man, you guys are so generous. Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you so much, Crystal. Crystal says, lead attorney, your legal insight is much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you for the generous super chat. And thank you for saying that too. I really do try to just give you guys the information. I'm getting old. So, none of us know how long we're going to be around. Guys, do you want to know something about attorneys? If you've been practicing over 5 years, we have clients die on us. And, it's like, wow. If you're a doctor, okay, that's normal. But attorneys, it happens. And it doesn't happen often, but I'll get a call maybe once a year, once every 2 years. I'll be coming back from court and the paralegal will say, and it's so scary too, because they'll say, hey, by the way, you need to return this call. Who's it from? Atlanta homicide. And you don't know if they're calling for you, the attorney, or for you as the person, right? But yeah, life is short is, I guess, what I'm, not necessarily short. Some people have long lives, but it's uncertain. You don't ever know when you're going, right? Shout out to Spencer's Crypto Vibe. Okay, the crypto boys in the house. We got the crypto boys in the house. Shout out to Spencer's Crypto Vibe. I dig the channel, bro. Thank you so much. Oh man, look who we got. Got my man Andrew Walker. Andrew Walker in the house. What does Andrew Walker say? Good to see you. I want to start a channel about random stuff. I'm so glad you said this, because this does not work. We're going to talk about all of this, guys. You should roll over to consultation and basic contracts for YouTubers and entertainers. If you don't get hate, then you're not doing anything. It's true. Have fun. Thank you so much. Andrew is a strong brother. He should absolutely start a channel. Starting a channel about random stuff is a path to failure. YouTube punishes you for that. I'm starting to learn what YouTube punishes you for. And so this is what we're going to talk about. And I want to let you guys know before you get punished. This is a shout out to Rebuilding Wall Street. He was like, oh, okay, I'm glad you putting me on game. So that, you know, so you take the punishment and I take the lesson. And that's how we need to do. Let me be punished and then you just get the lesson so that you don't have to walk through it, right? So that's what's that's kind of the point of this. Shout out to Leslie for the Cash App. Also, shout out to Simsaya for the Cash App, generous Cash App as well. Guys, y'all hold me up so much, man. Y'all hold me up so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate it. We got I'm gonna get into it in a second, guys. We got Rudy in the house with the pounds. One day I'm gonna actually hold a physical pound. No, that's not a pound, is it? No, that's a euro. Damn. We get the big buddy in here. Shout out with the euro. Shout out to Rudy. I've held euros. I've held euros, but I've never held a pound. Says you can make some quick tips like Mike Mandel. Law by Mike. I don't know about Mike Mandel. I have to check that out. Thank you for the heads up. I'll need to check that out. I don't know about him. We all talking about strong brothers. Talking about strong brothers. We got Andre C. Hatchet in the house. Guys, please go check out his channel. Please go check out his channel. This is a strong brother. And we need more brothers like him who are strong and do YouTube. And it's hard because you're going to get talked about. But if you can do it, if you can make it work, you can just really put other people in our community on game. Right? What we got? Lovey, shout out to Lovey G. Thank you, Lovey, for the generous Cash App super chat. Says thank you for the entertainment. Yes, what I'm trying to do, guys, is kind of mix entertainment with the info. It's a hard balance. Sometimes I don't get it right, but I do want us to learn as well. I was just talking about AJ's Road Trip as a sponsor. Shout out to he's so generous, so generous in sponsoring the last live stream. So thank you so much, AJ. All right. Let me show you what what is Curly Kimmy? Curly Kimmy is another. We got some YouTubers in here. Curly Kimmy is a YouTuber. Says I've been struggling for a while. It is a struggle. It is an absolute struggle, right? Leslie, that's a good question. Let me show you some of my stats, guys. Here's what happened. Everything was rocking and rolling. I'm doing well. I have to go to Mexico. I go down there to Mexico for 2 weeks. All right. Does anybody, and I go the first half of the month, I'm here. The second half, I'm in Mexico. Think in your mind what my stats, think what you think my stats look like. All right. What are you thinking for the first half, I'm here. The second half, I'm in Mexico producing no content. All right. What do you think my stats look like? Let's take a look at my views. You want to do that? Let's take a look at my views for a second. Give me 1 second here. Just make sure it's all good. See if I can pull it up. Bam! Look at this BS. These are my views. All right. Everything is rocking and rolling. Look at these lines. Okay, this is 30,000. So in this day, you know, I hit maybe 15, 20,000. This day, 30,000. Everything's going good. This day I hit 40,000. Does anybody want to take a guess as to when I went to Mexico? Guys, look at this right here. I mean, it was just a decline that almost went to zero. Does anybody want to guess when I came back? Right? That's my views. This is my views. All right, let's take a look. What else I got? Oh, watch time. Watch time doesn't really mean anything once you've been monetized, right? But first we have my views, Then this is this is not the same graph, guys. This is not the same graph. This is a different graph. This is how long people watch my video, or how many hours people watch me in a day. In this day, people watch me for 7,000 hours. In this day, it was about 8,000, 9,000. This day was probably about 13,000 hours. In a day, that's pretty good, right? This day, people watch me for 11,000 hours. Anybody want to guess when I went to Mexico, right? This day, people probably watch me for 10 minutes. You get punished. Take a vacation and see what happens. I got punished, right? Let's go to a different graph. Does anybody want to guess what this graph looks like? Bam. What is this? This is my subscribers, guys. This is where I really got hurt. I was doing good. Guys, there were days when I was getting, 250,000, no, 250. I was getting 250 subscribers a day. This day, I got 500 subscribers in one day. This day was probably like 550. This day was about 500 subscribers. I got about 600 subscribers, 625 subscribers in this day. Starts going down a little bit, but then I stop producing content and it just goes all the way down. Then I come back and the subscribers come back, right? So what does Mr. Stewart say? He's absolutely right. Consistency. You can't be producing content and then go on vacation and think it's all good. It's not. and listen, I mean, it dropped me to zero in every metric, in every single metric. I would show you guys more metrics, but I don't want to let the cat out of the bag because I want to do the 50,000 subscriber thing, right? Because I did a 10,000 subscriber and a 25,000. Go back and look at my video where I did it, when I did the 25,000 subscribers. I had to go down to Florida. I did a small little Florida trip. Look what happened to me. The same thing, but this was worse. I mean, to go from 500 subscribers a day to 12, like that's bad. That's bad because, I'm small, guys. And so you kind of, you look around and you see, Oshay Duke Jackson at 150. You see Kevin Samuels at 1 million, you got your little 30. So you're like, okay, I want to keep going. What does Mr. Stewart say? Consistency is key. And then you just get slammed all the way back, right? So I said I was going to send Rebuilding Black Wall Street these graphs to kind of show him and talk to him about it. But no, I mean, I want him to see it too, but I want all of you guys to see it, because you need to know what you're getting into. Don't think like me, oh, I'll make a couple of videos and then those videos will generate views. Those videos will generate watch time. Those videos will generate subscribers. YouTube is like Janet Jackson, man. Like, what have you done for me lately? What videos have you put out in the last 48 hours? Don't talk to me about what you did in February. I don't want to hear nothing about February. We are in August, right? This is how YouTube is. And this was a big lesson for me. It's the second time I learned it. I'm not gonna, all right, the second time they got me. You like, fool me once, okay, shame on you. But this one, I got me. I mean, this one I learned this one. What is Brian? Shout out to Brian Jehovah. Says, you and Kwame motivated me to start my channel. Yes. I listened to your first video about starting YouTube. Yeah, I think I've got 2 or 3. And I'm going to keep these live streams going because I want us all the time. I'm going to drop the link, guys. I'm setting it up, but I'm drop the link. And I want you guys to come on. Let's share tips. Ask me questions. Let me ask you some questions. I'm Rebuilding Black Wall Street. It took me 8 months to get monetized. He got monetized in less than 30 days. He met the requirements in less than 30 days. Every time I talk to this man, he teaches me game, even though he just started. Some people are on, some of you guys are on it, so we can all learn from each other. We can all learn. What is sorry about that. What does Ed Rock say? Yo también quiero empezar un canal de YouTube. Saludos. Shout out to my man Ed Rock. Ed Rock needs to start a channel on how to teach us some Spanish, right? What does that rock say? What does this mean? He says he also wants to start a YouTube channel. And you can make a YouTube channel about anything. The one thing you can't do is make a YouTube channel about everything. Shout out to my man who said he wanted to start he wanted to do a channel about random stuff. It'll never work. YouTube will punish you so bad. YouTube wants you to talk about one thing, maybe two. If you've got a third thing to talk about, YouTube wants you to start an entirely different channel. They do not want you to have a channel with a bunch of random stuff on it. They want you to have, you can make a channel about anything and it'll work, but it better be about one thing. And if you got something else to talk about, then you can do that. But you need to start a whole new channel. don't get on here and think you're just gonna have this potpourri channel. People, it used to work in 2015, 2016, but even then it was difficult. You need to specialize now, right? So I wanted to show you guys those those embarrassing and heartbreaking charts that I had. I was gonna slip them to Rebuilding Black Wall Street, but really I won't, even though they're embarrassing, because you know that trip, it really hurt my channel, to be honest. I want you all to see it so that you learn. Let me get punished and then you take the lesson. All right. What are some possible solutions? And me and Rebuilding and other people were talking about this. You know what Rebuilding does well? I don't do this at all. I should, but I don't know how. I never learned. Rebuilding uses ads. He's an expert in placing ads. And that's why his channel is growing so rapidly. I've never bought an ad. I've never used the Google AdSense ad. I don't know how they work. But he says that they are extremely effective. Maybe if I had had ads running when I was down in Mexico, I wouldn't have experienced that decimation. Right? I mean, it decimated me. Look at what happened. Look how things were going when I was here. Look how things this is when I was here. This is when I was gone. It was gonna go to zero. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's called like this grade down here, this gradient. I mean, it's a slope, and it was going to zero. This is zero right here. It was headed to zero. This is when I came back and it popped up. I had to come back. Right? But my whole channel was going to zero. My whole channel, I've been on here over a year. The whole damn thing was going to zero. Right? Maybe if I had had ads running, then it would have helped. Also, maybe this was another thing we talked about. If I had done some videos before I left, and then when I left, just uploaded those, right? That could have been a thing. Or what some people do, even if they're in hotels or something, they'll still do a live stream from their hotel. Anything to keep it going, right? Anything to keep it going. Because if you don't keep it going, you're going to zero. You are absolutely going to zero. So I want to let you guys know the lesson that I learned about that. What is SPW NOLA? Yes, right? Best of clips. This is what he's talking about. Anything that you can just push out. You know, if you're on the airplane or you're on the tarmac, just push it out before you take off. Anything so you can say, hey, I'm here, YouTube. Don't take me to zero. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh, we got a new member. Shout out to the new member. Shout out to Accounting 101 Made Simple by Jam. Am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much. Thank you. This. Come on, Omar. Don't be putting names in my stuff now. Don't be putting names in my stuff. Shout out to my man Omar, man. Shout out to my man Omar. Let's not burn anybody else up. I don't burn. I was gonna go there. I need to go there. Shout out to a blind guy, his wife, their life. Repurposing content is the way to go. Yes. I mean, you're right. There are tips and tricks that you can do, but you gotta know that you need to do them. I didn't know that I needed to do them, and I got punished I got punished. So, people ask me, lead attorney, should I do videos? Should I do live streams? Should I do a combination? What's going to work? What's not going to work? Guys, let me tell you something. Everything works. On YouTube is so big. Everything works in terms of formatting. Everything, right? I started out doing videos. Videos absolutely work. The biggest YouTubers on the whole platform do videos. There'll be a 5-minute video, a 10-minute video, and they will just get millions and millions and millions. Mr. Beast, he has doesn't he have over 100 million subscribers? You don't see him doing live streams. He does just videos, right? The guy who made the most money on YouTube last year, he just does videos. You know why he does videos? Because he's 8 years old. He made like $29 million last year. He's 8. Just does videos. Videos work. You know what else works? Live streams. Who does live streams? Anybody know who does live streams and is killing the game? He doesn't do video. He used to do videos. He don't do videos anymore. He was talking about, clothing. He was talking about cologne. He started doing live streams and look what happened. He doesn't do videos anymore. The only videos that he does are just recordings. They're just clips of the live streams, right? He's not doing videos anymore. Just live streams. Do videos work? Yes. Do live streams work? Yes. I've done them both. Guys, before I would just do videos. Then I started doing videos and live streams. Right now, I'm just doing live streams. Maybe I'll go back to videos. Who knows? You can go. I mean, let's take a look at some content creators. Let's take a look at some women. Shout out to the women. Who's a woman that just does live streams in this sector? I've never seen a video from her. Shout out to Jessica X. Right? Has anybody seen a video from Jessica X? A standalone video? I've never seen a standalone video. I don't want to say that she doesn't do them. You guessed it. I've never seen a video from her. I've only seen live streams. And she's killing the game. Guys, I clicked on her recent video. She got a new intro with the Japanese drums or something. I was like, oh, it was cold. It was cold. Jessica X, man, she's cold. But she's killing the game. She only does live streams. You can have a mix. We got a new young Black woman on the scene, Rush Ribbons. She does both, right? She does a lot. She does standalone videos. She does live streams. I think she's coming out with a book, and she's going to do chapters with her book. She's killing it. So she does both, right? So you can do just live streams. You can do videos and live streams. Guys, let me tell you something right quick. There's a lot of BS on YouTube. Y'all know it. Y'all know it, especially in the woman sector, but in the man sector too. There's just a lot of BS in this sector. But there are a few YouTubers that they have the toughness, right? Who has the toughness? Kevin Samuels has the toughness. Who else has the toughness? MTR, right? He was putting out 2 videos a day. Who has the Oshay? You think Oshay is going to give you an inch? Oshay is not going to give you an inch. He be cussing people out. Oshay cusses people out. Oshay's got the toughness. Do you know in the female sector, Black female sector, who has the toughness? Let me tell you something. There is a new one. There's a new woman on the scene. Her name, or her channel's name, is Pink Book Lessons. Pink Book Lessons. I don't know if you guys have heard about her. She's got the toughness. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons. Y'all go check her out. If one of the moderators could drop the link to her channel in the chat. You know, I think she's been on less than a year. I don't even have the toughness, guys, to be honest. If you want an attorney who's got the toughness, go to Dennis Sperling. You think Dennis Sperling is gonna give you an inch? He didn't give you nothing. Right? I'm like the nice guy. I'm the nice attorney. You talk about good cop, bad cop. You talking about the lead attorney at Dennis Sperling, right? Because Dennis ain't gonna give you an inch. Kevin ain't gonna give you an inch. Oshay ain't gonna give you an inch. Let me tell you something. Pink Book Lessons ain't giving nobody an inch. I love her content. It is amazing. I know it's just amazing. Y'all go check her out. Plus, just like mediocre tutorials and reviews, just like Oshay, she puts out content every day. I don't know how you guys do this. What does Dexter say? Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. Does 2 live streams per day plus videos and runs other channels. How do they do? Tell me. How do you guys do this? I don't know. I don't know how you guys do it. But hopefully one day I'll find out. Do you guys see how I do it? You guys, I don't need to remind you how I do it. Right? People, shout out to Coach Greg Adams, does 2 live streams per day plus videos and runs other channels. I don't know how they do it. Because you see, I'm showing you how I do it. It's some BS. I work a full-time job. Can you do this part-time? Apparently, I don't know. This is how I do it. And you see how it works out for me. Oh, yes. Well, Bernard Riley has the toughness in terms of putting out content. That's true. But I don't put him in the same. He seems more on my side. He seems like he's a little nicer. Right? He seems I wouldn't you know, Kevin Samuels, Oshay, Dennis Sperling. Dennis Sperling tries to be nice, but you can kind of see it. He ain't that nice. I think Bernard is a nice guy. I would put him with me. Right? Shout out to blind guy, his wife, their life. Says, I want to stay, but I'm out with family and they keep talking to me too. Much love to the lead attorney and the chat. Yes, please, guys, you want to talk about maybe the most professional content creators that I've come across. It's them. Like, I tried to set up a collab with them and like, they're too professional for me, man. Most of the collabs, guys, I don't know if you know, this is not me talking shit about Oshay, because there's no one more responsible for my success than him. He's had me on 3 times. When Oshay says, "Hey man, let's do a collab at Tuesday at 2:00," I say, "Okay." So I come home from the office and I get all set up and I'm sitting there at 1:50 waiting. And it's 1:55 and I'm waiting. 2:00 waiting. 2:05 waiting. 2:10 wait. Say, "Hey Oshay, we still on?" He's like, yeah, give me 2 hours. And I'm like, bet. 2 hours, right? And then we come on and 2 hours later he does it, right? Every single time. We've never started on time. Now, why not? Because he's doing 7 videos a day and he's in medical school. But he's doing me a favor, right? You think I'm like, "Hey, why didn't you show up at 2:00? Hell no. Right? I want to say something about another content creator, but I'm not going to do it. Anyway, most of these things are just kind of like, yeah, you know, we'll do it. We'll catch it. And you know, I did a collaboration with Ike. How the hell does Ike not have 100,000 subscribers? Some of you people have the injustice, right? For Ike Ogiamien not to have 100,000 subscribers. This black man in our community, right? Ike, you know, we have Ike 5 minutes before. Ike, what are we talking about? Oh, what thing? We'll talk about something. I can't do his accent. We'll talk about something, right? and we start talking. They're kind of relaxed. They're informal. Uh, blind guy, his wife, like, I don't think there's any informality. I mean, they're doing mic checks, right? They are super on it, man. They are the most professional content creators that I've run across. Yes, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. I have no idea how he doesn't have 100,000. If anybody in our community should have 100,000, and doesn't, it's absolutely him. You know who's gonna have 100,000 in a year and a half? Pink Book Lessons. I don't know. She might have 100,000 now. I don't know how much she has. I don't think her subscriber count shows, but she's got the toughness. Shout out to Rich T. What does Rich T say? I'm a black firearm dealer and instructor in Michigan. Starting my channel thanks to you, Oshay, TGCR. I don't know who that is. And Kevin Samuel. Stay solid, sir. I plan to be the next OW Gurley. I don't know who that is. There's a black dude that was I think last year he was on Joe Rogan. He has is a black dude who does guns, right? Maybe that's him. And you could absolutely be the next black dude who talks about guns. Guns is huge. A lot of dudes into guns, and I think you can definitely get some ad money there. Absolutely. Oh, everybody's like, drop the link. Let me drop the link right here so you guys can come in. And let's talk about this YouTube stuff. You know, who are people that should have more subscribers than they do, right? Why do people have less subscribers than they should? What can we learn from one another? What are some of the tips? I've dropped the link. I've absolutely dropped the link here if somebody wants to come in and talk. Hopefully we can get some new YouTubers. If you're a new YouTuber, come on. Shout your channel out. Shout your channel out. Tell us what's going on with your channel. Let's talk, guys. Don't be scared. You know, I hope, you know, I showed you something already that should scare you, right? So, you know, this should scare you. YouTube is for real. It is absolutely for real. You will be punished. You will absolutely be punished. Who did I say should be at 100? Ike Ogiamien. Ike Ogiamien should definitely be at 100,000. Easy. Yes. It's all about the algorithms. You're right, man. You got to learn how to finesse it. Shout out to Miss B Finesse. I'm gonna call you up in a second. You got to know how to finesse these algorithms. Because if you don't, you're gonna end up just like me, man, getting punished on the scene, right? Shout out to give me 1 second here. I also want to talk about this book. I don't know if you guys can I took the cover off. You know, if you buy a hardback book, they come with covers. Immediately I'll rip it off and throw it. I have a thing against these covers, but I don't know if you can see this. It is called the YouTube Formula, right? The YouTube Formula. I want to talk about this book, the YouTube Formula. This book is by Derrick Jaxn. Derrick Jaxn is the man behind Mr. Beast, the man behind all these billions of views. Derrick Jaxn knows what he's talking about. Let me tell you something about me, guys. Everybody has their addictions. Everybody has their vices. Let me tell you something about my my vice. I have a vice. I am addicted to marginal gains. If there's information out there that I think can help me, you know, 0.3%, I want to get it. So I buy all of this stuff. I do not mind spending money on BS if it can just help me out, even just a little bit. So maybe we can do a book review of this because I bought this book. Did it help me out? You guys can't see this, but I dog-eared some of these pages. What you can't see is that this is a 300-page book. The first 150 pages, there's nothing dog-eared. The first 150 pages is nothing but fluff. The second 150 pages, man, he's giving you the game. He's absolutely giving you the game. What does Leslie say? It's an investment. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So maybe we can do a little book review too. I can flip through and tell you some of the places that I've dog-eared, some of the things that I've learned. Ooh, I just opened it up. You know, let me read this right quick. I did a whole video complaining about YouTube. If I had purchased this book before that, if I had read this one sentence before then, that video might not exist. What is this sentence? It just says, this is just part of the sentence. It says, but the real sweet spot came when he added a third dimension, the mainstream / pop culture. What is he talking about? Oh, he's talking about the legal too. Who is the legal? Do you guys know who the legal is? The legal is the #1 YouTube attorney. There are a few YouTube attorneys. Shout out to me. Pat myself on the back. Shout out to Dennis Sperling. Shout out to Natalie. Shout out to Nate. Right? Shout out to the attorney who curses her. Right? There's a top dog. There's a top dog. The top dog is the legal. What did the legal start out? The legal started out talking about how to get into law school, how to take the LSAT, how to study when you're in law school. And he was getting a little bit, it wasn't kicking off. What did Daryl Eves, what did he say kicked him off? The real sweet spot came when he added a third dimension, mainstream pop culture. What does he mean? Can anybody translate this? Daryl Eves is white, right? Can anybody translate that into black? What did Daryl Eves say? Daryl Eves said, oh, the legal blew up when he started talking about mainstream pop culture. What do black people call that? Anybody know? Does anybody know what black people call when you integrate mainstream and pop culture? That was the complaint that I had in that video, right? I was like, oh, I want to talk to men about child support. I want to talk to men about alimony. No one was watching. Celebrity news? No, I think that's what white people call it. Yes. Rhapsody got it. Shout out to her. This is what black people call it. Or T. I'll accept that too. Someone said T. I'll accept that. And for the men, we call it clout chasing. The women, they'll call it T. I will accept both of those. Both of those are acceptable answers. Sis Campbell says the T. Yes, the T and clout chasing is what you got to do. Now, when you do it, people will shame you for it. Oh, the lead attorney, you clout chasing again? Right? But Daryl Eves told me to do it. Daryl Eves told me that the legal started out just like you, lead attorney. No one was watching his videos. But he starts talking about, pop culture. He starts talking about mainstream. Now he's at 1 million subscribers. Right? All this is interesting. What does Rich T say? Shout out to Rich T. Rich T says, thank you, Rich T, for the super chat as well. Rich T says, O.W. Gurley is the founder of Black Wall Street, and TGCR is Tall Guy Car Reviews. Interesting. Big Shot Ammo will start in September. Shout out. I'll be in Georgia soon. Let's link. Absolutely. Guys, anything will work. Tall Guy Car Reviews. I don't even know what it's about, but I think I know what it's about. I would never, I'm not tall. I'm 6'3", right? But to me, that's not tall. Anything, if you're 6'5" and up, I'm going to say that's tall. How tall is a tall guy? Don't tell me he's 6'2". If he's 6'5" and above, I'm going to call him tall. The fact that that channel works is a testament to the fact that anything will work. Guys, the legal, he has 1 million and 1.5 million subscribers. That's a lot. There's also an attorney who has 1 million subscribers. You ready for this? Do you know what he does? He makes 3-minute videos. None of you will guess. He's making, millions of dollars a year. He's an attorney. Do you know what he does on YouTube? He picks locks. He picks locks. Anything will work on YouTube. This is an attorney who makes 2-minute videos, 3-minute videos. You've never seen his face. You've never seen his body. You just see his hands. And all he does is pick locks. Pick 3, and he's done. He'll get an unpickable lock, an unbreakable lock, and he'll pick it in 7 seconds. 1 million subscribers. What does that mean? It means, number one, anything will work on YouTube. 1 million subscribers and you're picking locks, even though you're an attorney. Number two, just because you are an attorney or a mechanic or an ad executive, or you work at Wendy's, doesn't mean you can't transition, start doing something that's random and blow up on YouTube. If an attorney who picks locks for 3 minutes at a time, Derrick Jaxn, 3-minute videos in his car. Guys, come on. Start a damn YouTube channel. Start a YouTube channel. Oh, we got Beautiful Lies in the house. Shout out to Beautiful. Damn. I'm going to get back to Beautiful Lies, but Will Page said tall guy is 6'10". That's tall. What car can he fit in? I guess that's why he has the channel, right? I guess that's why he has the channel. Absolutely. That's tall, right? Shout out to Beautiful Lies. This is another, someone please drop this man's link in the chat. Saludos. Shout out to La Bella. Shout out to La Bella. Yo, I'm sorry, guys. Everybody's like, hey, I'm back here waiting, right? But what do you guys think about this? Who should have more followers? Who do you think is a really good channel, but they should have more subscribers? What tips do you have for other people? I wish Rebuilding Black Wall Street was here because he could put us all on game on how to run these ads. People are making a killing running Google AdSense ads on YouTube. I don't know how to do them, right? I have no idea how to do them. But let's see. Let's see what we got. All right. Rudy, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm doing great, Rudy. How are you?
I'm fine.
Perfect. So what do you think about this? YouTube Elementary. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Not yet.
Okay. So what do you think about this subject?
This is my job to work on this field. And if you can allow me, I'd like to give you and everybody some quick tips.
Yes.
Some help. So there are 4 keys to run this business. First, you have to have some content. Second, you have to have some subscribers. After, you have to have some engagement, and after, you have to play on the long run. Let me explain. So I'm gonna take you for example.
Okay.
Let's say the first thing you have to do is you have to plan all your videos. It means let's take a week. You take 5 days in the week, and I was thinking about some topics you can make. For example, you can make something like it's a breakdown and a revisit. I'll give you an example. For example, you take some famous divorce cases. You take, for example, Dr. Dre and his wife, and you try to help the brother and show them what was the different situation he get through, or his attorneys work to gain the battle and things like this. You can take famous people. I can think about. Let's take, for example, Oshay Simpson. You can.
Yes, I mean, not to cut you off, but I think we talked about this. We're talking about getting the mainstream, right?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this. White people call it mainstream. White people call it popular culture. Black people call it clout chasing and tea, right?
Okay. you can mix these two things. You can, for example, you work in a divorce field, so you can take all the cases you've been through and apply these to famous people, and you in this way you can help brother to see what's the situation. And another key is the how YouTube work. When you edit your video, you have a field where you put all your tags. And if you put a certain tags, it means certain keywords, it's gonna make you up in the search. For example, if you put a famous word or a famous name, you're gonna have the advantage. The more you put tags, the more you put keywords, people will find your videos easier. But if you don't feel this part, yeah, people will gonna have to have a hard time to find your videos. That's why it's very important. There are different key elements you have to take in consideration. You have to have a bunch of subject. You plan your week. You have to have, for example, let's say 2 video or 5 video a day. So in advance, you know you have to
Did
make.
you just say make 5 videos a day?
For example, it can be two, but the more you are consistent in the delivery of video, the more you're gonna end up with a lot of subscriber, a lot of engagement. Engagement is very important. What is engagement? It's when people like your video, it's when people share your video, and it's when people subscribe. It's as important as the keywords, as the content. So you have to have a lot of video uh, each and every day. You have to. That's the reason why every time.
Wait,
Uh,
wait, listen.
yeah.
I want us to be able to give, I want us to be able to give advice, but I
Mhm,
want us to be able to give good advice.
mhm.
And telling a new YouTuber that he has to have a lot of videos each and every day is not good advice. In fact, the biggest YouTubers don't make videos every day. Mr. Beast, you don't see Mr. Beast making videos every day. He
Yeah,
a lot of big YouTubers only make videos once a week, right?
yeah, but
So go
it's
ahead.
yes, it's at the end when they start. They have to put in the work so they can be recommended by YouTube, so they can be found by other people who look at the video. And in the long run, they can end up making less video because they start doing much in the beginning. That's very important. I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but just telling someone that they have to put out multiple videos a day when they're a new YouTuber, I don't think that's very helpful. Just because you're so slow, even making one video.
Yeah, but for example, there's a new
I think it would be better if you made, maybe 3 videos a week,
no,
and
it's low.
it is low, but you're starting off. You
Yes, but
do you have a YouTube channel?
not yet, not yet.
Okay, so you're talking from a theoretical sense.
No, because this.
Have you tried to make a video before?
Yes, I do editing. I do video. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I do for other people. That's why I'm telling all this.
Okay, you do it for other people, so you're a professional. But can you relate to someone who is not a professional
Yes,
to try to do it? So how? All right.
yes,
Okay. Maybe there are new YouTubers who can do, 3 videos a day. Maybe it's just me.
at least two. At least two.
Okay.
The key is to plan your video a week ahead and
Mhm.
work. You know how Oshay Duke Jackson work?
Yes, but Oshay Duke Jackson has been on YouTube for like 5 years. This
Yes.
is called YouTube Elementary.
Mhm.
This is not YouTube, University. We're talking to the new YouTubers. It's hard to tell a new YouTuber to be like Oshay Duke Jackson. He puts out 7 videos a day.
Yes, but
Will putting out 7 videos a day work? Absolutely. I agree with you, Rudy. We just need to remember who our audience is for this stream.
I take that in consideration because um, I mean I think I could be wrong, but I think It's deep. It depends. It depends. If it is just a hobby, okay, you can put 2 or 3 video a week. But if you consider this to be a business, it will be something that's gonna make you earn money. I'm sorry to tell you that, but you have to put in work. But for example, you have gold between your hands. You can for example, you can use all your clients who come to you and who have businesses, and you can make, for example, for it is if you want to earn money, you can, for example, make sponsoring. You can make some ad. You can make some video. You have some long string of 2 or 3 or 4 hours, um, every 7 minutes on a video. You can make some advertisement. You can make some advertisements for your colleagues who are other attorneys, and you can recommend them on your channel, and that can make you earn some money, and all their clients will come to your video to see what you do. But there are so many ways to make some money and to gain some subscribers, but the key is to put some content. uh, the more often you can do it.
That's true. Like the most you get, I agree with that. Like as much as you can, even like, because a lot of you already, I mean, most of us have jobs already, right? And to put 3 videos a day, if you want them to be quality videos, you can't do it if you have a full-time job. What you're going to need to do, what you're going to need to do, hopefully, is, I mean, I guess you can. There are rare people who have done it. MTR does it, right? I think he puts out 2 videos a day. Very little editing. These are reaction videos are quick, right? Because you just play a video and you talk over it. There's not a lot of editing. It's one of the things I actually like about Pink Book Lessons, because she does reaction videos too, but she inserts some editing in there. All right, I really like her content. But go ahead.
I mean, I can, if some people want, I can help them without charging them, because if it's just for helping people, I can do that for them. That's not a problem for me. I know it requires some time, because editing is the worst the worst part
Yes,
of the work.
you're
But
exactly right.
I can help you. I can other brother and sister to launch their YouTube channel just for the beginning. That's not a problem for me. But the more people that will come to get my help, the more it will take me time to do it. But I can help people. I can make some intros. I can make some things like this. For example, you can make some video, some short video within your live stream, um, just for an advertisement. It will make you earn money, and there's many way to gain subscriber to.
Yes, I agree with that. There's a lot of ways. You're absolutely right. There are a lot of ways to get subscribers on YouTube. You should drop your email address in the chat if people want to get in contact with you for editing. Right? Maybe you could help them out a lot. So that would be a big help, because you're absolutely right. Usually editing is the stumbling block, which is why for me, which is why live streams are a game changer for me, because I don't have to edit these goddamn things.
Okay,
Right.
I understand.
Let me tell you something. I can do let's take I can do a 6-hour live stream. Anybody want to guess how long it takes me to do? 6 hours. Do you guys know how long it takes me to do a 12-minute video? It takes me 6 hours to do a 6-hour live stream. It takes me 12 hours to do a 12-minute video. 12 hours in all. It's like an hour a minute for me, if you include everything. If you include the thumbnail, the concept, writing the script, editing, shooting with I got teleprompters. Guys, I was serious about this. This is crazy. Like doing a standalone video for me took so long. So
Okay.
these live streams for me are a godsend, because I don't have to edit them. And I think a lot of the reaction videos, those require very little editing. But you need to be, let me be honest with you about these reaction videos, because Lana says they're super popular, and she's absolutely right. There's a problem with reaction videos. A lot of times you're going to get strikes.
Mm.
you're going to get copyright strikes. And you're only allowed 3 of those within a certain time period. And if you get 3 copyright strikes, they're deleting your whole channel. So reaction videos are a double-edged sword sometimes, right? But I agree with you, Rudy, that there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways to make money on YouTube. So thank you so much for coming on. Do you have any closing remarks?
No.
Perfect. Well, listen, thank you so much again. And please drop your email address in the chat so that people can contact you, okay?
Okay.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Rudy. Really appreciate that. We got someone who knows about editing coming on to the channel, because editing was killing me. It was absolutely killing me. So I love these damn live streams, man, because let me tell you something, I don't edit anything. People are like, oh, lead attorney, how can you do a 7-hour live stream? How can you do an 8-hour live stream? You guys don't know where I came from, man. I came from spending 15 hours on one video. 15 hours. A video, by the way, that no one would watch. So shout out to these live streams. All right, we got It's Me in the house. It's Me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's up, lead attorney?
Perfect. What's up with you? How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you? Is my lighting okay, or do I need to increase it?
It's a little dark, to be honest, but you know, however you want to do it.
Yeah, I'll straighten it out.
Yeah, that's a lot better. That looks perfect. That looks perfect.
So I'm actually Dr. Yasapa.
Oh, okay, fantastic, fantastic. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. Zion Law School. YouTube Zion Law School, and then I have another one which is Dr. Yasapa TV, but they're both new.
Oh, okay, excellent. What are your channels about?
Well, Zion Law School, I actually, let me see, how can I put, I teach biblical Hebrew, but it's not religion. If you can, if people can get their mind around that.
That's pretty deep. Biblical
Hebrew. It's called Ibriath, different from modern Hebrew. So basically what I'm trying to do is teach our people who they are in terms of nationality before the American conquest, before all of that, going back anciently to the house of Yasharallah. They say Israel these days, right? Or Israelites. So I teach the original language, but my mission really, lead attorney, is to free our people's minds from religious dogma and belief, and to bring them back into natural law, lawful principles, things of that sort. So to break us free mentally.
Yes.
That's what I do, man.
It's a lot of enslavement, right? A lot of enslavement in our computer.
It's all in the mind, and it's all in language. I'm sure you know, as a lawyer, that the grammar is really important, right?
Yeah.
So, but basically that's what I do. I write a lot of books and I give lessons. So like, for example, I looked at some topic that's really got our people's mind. For example, this idea of burning in hell, or serving some external deity. And so I'll take them to the original documents, right, in the original language, and I'll show them what's actually written there in the Ibriath, as opposed to what's written in the English, and they're usually different. You see what I mean? So you realize when you see this stuff, you realize you've been had.
Right. No, that's deep. That's deep right there. And you got 2 channels. Do you put out, how often do you put out content?
Oh man, I need to do a better job. But I spend my days writing books. Like I have a dictionary, I have all kinds of books that I've written on the Ibriath language. So I put out a video, man, every now and then, but I'm trying to get into like every day and then twice a day. But it's really difficult because you know, when you're writing books, you know, the study, and it's just tough, man.
Yeah. Really tough. I can put out a video every day for about a 3-day stretch, and then I fall off, right? And there's nothing.
All my videos, they go very long.
Yeah. Yeah. How many subscribers do you have right now?
Very few. I only have like maybe 640.
640. That's good though. How long have you been on YouTube?
Well, I've had the channel, I think maybe 2 years, but I rarely use it.
Okay. Yeah. We see what happens when you rarely use a channel, right? This is why I showed you guys. This is my pain. Let's laugh at my pain. This is what happens when you rarely use your channel. You go to 0. You go right here. You see guys, let me show you how to read these marks. These little marks, these are pieces of content. So I was putting out pieces of content and then I stopped putting out content and it went from here to this 0. And then these little marks, look, there's a couple of more content and it shot back up. So if you are not consistent, if you don't put out content, this is what's going to happen to you. And we all need to know this as YouTubers. Like your channel will get punished viciously. YouTube does not care what you did. Oh, sorry guys. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, but you are so right, man, when you were talking about adding the mainstream type of content. That's why I did the Dr. Yasafa TV. I plan on doing sports and, a lot of other things to get subscribers. And then if they want what I do, which is the Ivory app, they can get it. But when you just talk this kind of stuff, there's very, very few people
Correct.
are going to come.
Yeah,
right?
When you talk about biblical Hebrew, I mean, you're talking to a very select audience.
Yeah, but when they come, they're really committed.
Correct, that's true.
I have a great niche market. It's so hard to get people's attention.
Facts.
But you know what could happen? You're in a really, really good place. And I'm not trying to put work on you, but if you could put together like a group or mastermind of people like me and yourself who are trying to build and who are committed. Like I left medicine to actually do this.
Wow. Okay. You're like the lock picking lawyer. He left law and just started picking locks. And now he has 1 million subscribers.
Yeah. You have to do what your heart tells you to do.
Correct.
But if you could use your platform to put together like a mastermind group of people who are really serious about doing this, it's extremely helpful. It would be extremely helpful to be able to bounce ideas, to enter, what did you call it earlier? Collaborate or a collab?
Yeah, like a collaboration or something like that.
Yeah, to be able to do a collaboration, to be able to do affiliate marketing together. Like, for example, if I'm on with you, we have some arrangement. When people buy my stuff, some of it goes, or whatever book, some of it goes to you. We form like a market or a community, which I don't think that exists right now. Well,
that's what I'm trying to do. This is like my 3rd or 4th video about YouTube Elementary. And I just have people on. I'm not sure how much you've known, how long you follow me, but I've brought on I've tried to help out a lot of people. I've tried to collaborate with a lot of people. And I do this because Oshay Duke Jackson collaborated with me and I saw how much of a benefit it was to my channel. So what I try to do is I try to give back. So there have been like maybe 10 Black YouTubers that I've really tried to put on. So I'm kind of doing what you're doing, what you're talking about already, but in a much less formal, less formal way. But maybe a mastermind. I don't know. That word is just so loaded these days, right? Because when I hear mastermind, I think of scam, right? So I don't know about that, but
it could be like a community or a team, if you're open to it, I mean, I would be more than willing to help do it if we can work together.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that because I'm old. Like I started a Discord channel. Go to the Discord channel of the lead attorney and it is empty. Like I set it up and I don't know what the hell's in there. You know, people talk about me so bad, people could probably go in. I don't know how it works. I don't know how any of this stuff works, guys. I barely know how YouTube works. So your point is well taken. I think it's a good idea, but also your statement about putting more work on me, you didn't want to do that. I heard that because I was like, man, this sounds like more work, right?
Either way, lead attorney, you're going to have to do more. For example, I found out about internet marketing. Have you heard of that? It's a whole technological thing that you have to learn.
Yeah, no, I don't. I need a social media manager. I just need somebody that I can pay, and then they start up a Facebook and they do my Instagram and they do my Discord, because I can't do it all. It's hard for one man to do it all.
Yeah, I tried that already. It didn't work out for me.
About hiring a social media manager?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Why didn't it work out?
Well, I didn't get the commitment that I expected, nor the results. But
how did you find your social media manager?
Through word of mouth.
So that's a great way to.
Professional. It was somebody who was familiar with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know like a professional social media marketing, but for
do you mind me asking how much you were paying for that?
Actually, I didn't have to pay for it.
Oh, well, guys.
No.
Guys, listen, wait. Come on. You know, you get what you pay for.
Not in all cases. Not in all.
Listen. Let me back up, because I always reference this about Oshay Duke Jackson.
Yeah.
Oshay Duke Jackson came out with a video. It was a scathing video. Scathing is too hard a word, but it was a hardcore video. Yeah. That's why I put him in. Like, he's got the toughness. He's not pussyfooting around with black men anymore. And you know, I get invitations all the time in my inbox saying, "Hey, let me collab with you. And I've only been on YouTube a year and a half. Oshay's been on for many years, and he has people like me who are constantly shouting him out, saying, "Hey, he's helped my channel out so much. So now he's, you know, imagine his inbox of black men saying, "Oh, let me get on your channel." But you know what they don't do? And he's so upset about it. He said he's cut it off. He said, "I'm not helping anybody anymore unless it's a very special case," because we always go to him empty-handed. Like, we always go to him. Let me finish.
Okay.
We always go to him, and we don't bring him any value, right? Yeah. And so when you were talking about the social media manager, I was very interested because I kind of need one myself. And so you were saying that you didn't get what you thought you should have gotten, but then you didn't pay him any money.
Right, because I don't pay. I don't pay unless I see performance. That's the way I do business. Because so for example, with me, people can come to my class, they can take it for free for 2 weeks, for 1 month, you know, whatever the case might be, until they feel like they have no risk and they're willing and able to pay. That's the way I do business. I don't charge up front. I take the risk. So because I know what I do is excellent, outstanding. So for me, if I'm going to do business with somebody, I expect the same thing in return.
Well, so let's say you were getting a divorce, and your divorce.
I would never get married.
This is called a hypothetical. Sorry, this is called a hypothetical. It's not real life. All right. Let's say you were going to get married, or you were going to get divorced, and your divorce was going to cost $50,000. Do you want me? You come to my office to retain me. Do you want me to do your divorce for free until you see results?
I know that's a different story.
That's what he saw. Like, that's a social media manager. Social media, like, pay me first, and then I will get you results. How do you want the free work?
Okay, lead attorney, now this is not me making this stuff up.
Uh-huh.
There's a principle in marketing. You never pay for marketing. You only pay for results.
If you go to a doctor's office, until you're well, once you get well, is that when you pay the doctor, or do you pay the doctor when you go?
In some countries, yes. In some countries, yes, you pay.
Okay, you pay when you're fixed up. All right, okay.
You pay as you're healthy, right? Because the doctor is supposed to keep you healthy. It's only different from what you're used to.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
I live overseas. I lived overseas since 2005. Right?
I hear you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, listen. Doctors can do things in a number of different ways in a number of different cultures. So if
marketing, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying if there are some doctors in other countries that you don't have to pay them for 3 years until you're better, then that's fine. You know, I wish doctors work like that here.
No. You pay while you're healthy. You pay while you're healthy.
If I'm healthy, then why the hell do I need the doctor? Why don't I just eat right and go to the gym?
Well, see, that's the paradigm. See, your paradigm in the U.S., they pay for what? Billing is based upon illness and then how severe or how complicated it is to manage the patient. The more complicated, the more you get paid, right? But there are some countries where it's completely different. The value or the premium is on the state of health. So if I'm your doctor and you're coming to me, right, and I'm keeping you healthy, you can pay for that.
What do you mean you keeping me healthy? I'm just eating right and exercising. I'm going to the gym. I'm taking my walks. Why would I pay a doctor?
Depends on how old you are, right? Depends on how old you are.
All right. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
If you eat the traditional American diet, you'll be coming into some health problems soon, right?
We're all going to come in. We're all going to living on this life. We're all going to come into health problems, right?
No, that's actually. I know this show is not about that, but that's not true.
Oh, it's not true. So if you're 120 years old, you're not going to go into some health problems?
Well, that's something different.
And no, you just said it's not true. Wait.
End of life. There's a
exactly.
End of life.
That's life. Life means that at some point you're going to get unhealthy and at some point you're going to die. That's life.
Well, no, that's life, but that's different from having congestive heart failure due to your diet.
I didn't say anything about congestive heart failure. You added that. What I said was at some point you were going to become unhealthy. You said that's not true, but it is true.
Because it's not.
So if you're 120 years old, then you're healthy?
You can be 80 years old and be as healthy.
That's not what I asked you. I said 120.
You can be 120 and be healthy for 120.
All right.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
It's different from what you're used to. It's not false. You have to understand. You have to understand how the human body works. Yes, we are programmed to die, of course. With just like a car, it's going to have normal wear and tear, right?
Yeah, and when you're 120 years old, you got a lot of wear and tear.
Yeah, but that's very different.
All right, it's different. Okay, it's all different. It's all different. The point of it is, you are not going to pay for a social media manager. You want to see the work first. All right, I got you.
There's a principle in marketing. There's a principle in marketing that says pay for results. That's just it, and I didn't make it up.
Yeah. Well, go to an attorney, go to a doctor, go to JT, go to an accountant, go to any professional and try to get them to work for free until you get your results and see how that works out.
That's not marketing. That's not marketing. Marketing is not being an attorney. Marketing.
You don't think there are marketing professionals?
No, wait. The work that an attorney does is different from the work that a marketer does. When you pay an attorney, you're getting legal services, right, for some problem. When you pay someone for marketing, you're paying for leads that are high quality that you can convert to sales, right? So, for example, if I hire let's say you hire a doctor, and then the doctor doesn't do what he is supposed to do. Well, now you have a complaint and a case, right? Because right. So, same with marketing. You can hire marketing people, and they're not able to perform, and that's most of the time. That's why the principle is never pay for marketing, pay for results. And there are people who've made millions using that principle. So, for example, there's one guy, he had a relationship. Well, he started a relationship with a radio station. Have you heard of Icy Hot?
Where you rub on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Icy Hot.
Yeah.
He had a couple guys bought that company. He approached radio stations. He didn't pay them a penny, but what he offered them was the ability to participate in whatever sales came in if they promoted. So he didn't pay, but they got paid for results, right? So they sold something and they got a commission on
Yeah,
those
it's just a
sales.
commission. That's okay. All right. I see what you're saying. People are asking me to move on, but I hear where you're coming from. I hear where you're coming from. And I think your idea about setting up some type of group or mastermind, or I hate that word. It just sounds so sketchy, but your point is well taken. Your point is well taken. If I do find the time to do that, I will definitely reach out to you. So thank you so much. And again, shout your channel out, your channels.
Zion Law School on YouTube and Dr. Yasapa TV on YouTube. Perfect. I appreciate it, lead attorney. Thank you so much.
No problem. And you can drop your the links to your channels in the chat.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Thank you guys. So thank you. All right, we got Miss B Finesse in the house. Miss B Finesse, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, lead attorney. I was out on vacation just like you, so I'm trying to figure this thing out, listening to the information.
I hear you. So shout your channel out because you have a channel too. Is that right?
Yeah, I do. And thanks for the comments on the channel. It is Millennial Finesse Mindset. And what I'm trying to do with the channel is I'm trying to give my millennial mindset. I'm trying to take my experience and expertise, teaching, counseling, working with different people, and just experiencing things from my millennial mindset. And I'm using that kind of commentating on different topics going on. And it's pretty neat. I try to find stuff that's not in mainstream news and bring that out so people can see kind of what's going on in the world. And I get my mindset on that.
Interesting. Do you have any tips for any new YouTubers? What do you think about this?
Wow, I'm so new. Like I'm literally like newborn. I know, just like you said, the collabs work really good. So if you can get on somebody's channel, and once you get on, stay consistent, I think it works pretty well. I know with me, I started off maybe like doing one video every, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks because I was so new to YouTube. I didn't know like what I was supposed to do. I didn't really reach out or talk to anybody because I already had another job and a family and everything. But just getting used to being on the camera and doing videos helped me a lot. So I'm trying to just get more content out because like you were saying, it just becomes easier for me when I do more videos because I actually like doing it. I don't feel like it's a burden. I don't feel like it's something that like I have to do. I enjoy talking about the topics that I'm talking about. And like you said, I try to pull a little bit of what's going on in trending, what's going on in news. I try to pull a little bit and then kind of give my view, my background, my understanding, even looking at the psychology of it, because that's what my major is in. And I like to kind of give that edge to it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying the process. But I'm trying to see how to kind of engage in social media because I'm not on social media. So like I had to make up an Instagram and make up the Twitter and all those other things. So I'm just like you said, I'm trying to learn how to use everything on social media because I'm totally new to social media. Yes,
it's an uphill battle. When did you start your channel?
Really May.
In May of this year?
In May, I just started it.
Okay, excellent.
And,
I wish we had Rebuilding Black Wall Street on because he knows how to use Google Ads. And I don't know about it either, but he started his channel and he's already reached the requirements to get monetized, and he did it in less than a month.
So
right? Go ahead.
So what is he? I really don't really understand how it works with the hours and the monetization. So is he? I see you guys live stream. I still got to figure out how to do that. But is he actually? When you said he was doing ad, is he paying for ads to pop up, or is he putting ads in his stream? I don't really know.
Yeah, he's paying for ads that appear on my channel. He's paying for ads that appear on Kevin Samuel's channel. He selects individual channels and pays Google to put ads on them for his channel. And so if someone is, let's say someone's watching my live stream or someone's watching my videos, his ad will pop up, and then they'll click on his ad, and then they'll find out about his channel. Now, if you put ads on my channel, you're only going to get a little bit of help, right? But he also puts ads on Kevin Samuel's channel. And so you can just imagine how much traffic he gets from that. And so guys,
it's not like natural. It's not like he's just on the channel and people are coming because YouTube's sending him. It's because he has ads and he has people coming.
Correct.
See,
like he's doing it in a business type of way. He's not doing it like me, where it's going to take. It took me to the natural way, you say, the organic way. That's how I did it, but it took me 8 months. It took him like 20 days to do it in the business way. Right. So if I would have been smart, I could have saved me over half a year, but I didn't know how to do it like he did it.
And see, that's the tricks you're talking about. How would I know that? I have no clue about all that, especially like, when you're working another job and you have a family and all that type of stuff. You don't know that type of stuff. So I didn't know anything about that. I just thought you just naturally wait.
Yeah. And Nikita says, I bet that costs a lot of money. I don't think it did. I think Google ads are pretty cheap. They're pretty cheap, and you can decide how much you want to pay. So if you want to pay, $3 a day, you can set up a campaign where you pay $3 a day, or if you want to set up for $5 a day. There are some companies who will set up a $10,000 a day campaign, right? But you decide how much you want to pay, and then you get the results based off that, right? Okay. So shout out to Rebuilding Black Wall Street. He's killing it. And AT Alien Stan says Facebook and IG ads. Yeah, I'm sure they kind of all work the same way. They all work that same way. So you might want to reach out to Rebuilding Black Wall Street when he has his live on, and jump in there and ask him how to set those up. I wish I would have done it. It would have saved me so much time. Now I'm kind of rocking and rolling, so I feel like I don't want to go through the hassle of learning how to do it. I don't think it's that complicated, but I don't want to do it. But if I was just starting out, and now, guys, if you don't have a YouTube channel and you want to get monetized, you need 1,000 subscribers. But that's not enough. You also need 4,000 watch hours, right? And with live streams, you can get your watch hours so quickly, so quickly. And with collaborations, you can get your subscribers really quickly. Like I did a collaboration, not a collaboration, but I had Rush Ribbons come up. Y'all know Rush Ribbons. Shout out to Rush. She had 2 subscribers. She came up and she killed it. The next day, she had over 500 in a 24-hour period, and now she has over 700. Right. Wow. So the collaboration with Oshay, it got me 500, and then it got me like 1,000. I did another one and it got me like 700. So what is Mr. Stewart say? She mad at us. Yeah, we went over there. Shout out to Rush, man. We went over there and blew up her damn stream. Shout out to Rush. But we love her. We love her. Rush is like, she's nice. She ain't really got the toughness like some other people. But
what happened? You just said she's mad at you. What happened?
She's mad at us. We went over there. We were teasing, and she. Some people are just sensitive, and it's a good thing. If you want a woman, I saw, what was it? Oshay Duke Jackson. He came out with a video today talking about, it was some woman, and she was talking about, if you want to date other cultures, if you want to date, go down to the Dominicans and the Dominican Republic, and you want to go down to get you a Colombian, and you want to go down and get you a Brazilian, then go, because you're not strong enough to handle, a black woman's mouth, and you're not this and you're not that. It's like, and Oshay was like, what man wants to be with a woman that is as tough as you, right? A man want to be with someone who's sensitive and someone who's caring. Right. Well, Rush is sensitive and she's caring, and we went down there. We went a little bit too hard. Right. We went a little bit too hard. So shout out to Rush. She got a little mad at us, but it's all love. We were just teasing, it's all, but it's all fun when you're teasing it on somebody. Someone says something, you're like, oh, that you didn't really like that. But we love Rush.
I have a question though. I have a question. So when you're talking about streaming, are you guys talking about streaming on YouTube? Or are you talking about just using another streaming service? Because don't you have to have so many watch hours to stream? Like, what are you guys talking about when you're streaming?
Well, I don't know.
I don't do that. I don't know about streaming.
This is one of the things that I was asking Darius and Trash Can Waves yesterday. because I don't know how Rush streams. I think she streams directly through YouTube. I don't know.
Okay.
I have streamed through 2 services. I have streamed through Ecamm, which was awesome. Ecamm is the best if you just want to set up your video. But if you want to have people on, if you want to have guests on, then I also have a year-long membership with StreamYard. And this is what I'm on right now, StreamYard. StreamYard is so easy. You know, if you want to be technical, probably OBS is probably the best. But in terms of ease, man, everybody uses StreamYard because it's just so easy. Okay. So what I do is I set up a kind of like a Zoom meeting or a stream through StreamYard, and then I just press go live, and then here we are. Right, okay. Here we are. So it's super easy. So I would absolutely recommend StreamYard. And okay, so, but I don't think Rush uses StreamYard. I think she might just go directly through YouTube. Yeah. Shout out to Attending Physician, says I stream with OBS, and this makes sense since it's an attending physician, because you got to be smart to use OBS. I've heard that. I downloaded it and I started to fickle with it, and it wasn't doing what I wanted to. So I started looking at tutorials, and I was like, hell no, just give me StreamYard because it's so easy. Having said that, once you know how to use OBS, you can do so much more than you can with StreamYard. StreamYard is super basic, but you know, I use StreamYard and it gets me easily over $10,000 a month in YouTube. So I don't know if I use OBS if it would really get me any more. I don't think it would. Okay. But I think OBS is probably better, but it just takes so long to really learn, and it's complicated. It's a little finicky. There's nothing finicky about StreamYard. It is so easy. So anybody who wants to do streaming, live streaming, if you don't want to go through the rigmarole of doing videos, I would highly recommend StreamYard. It's not free, even though they do have a free, service, but they put the logo, just whatever. Right. I just bought the year, and it's awesome. I have no complaints at all. Attending Physician says OBS is free, and that's true, but I think he will agree that it's much more complicated.
I do want to give a shout out to like the people in that are on your channel though, because it is like a real community. Yes. I was telling my family and my husband about that. I was like, it's like when you go on, like I know a lot of their names now, and like they come on my channel, especially Blind Guy, his wife, they're awesome. Like there's a lot of people
awesome.
Yes. JP the Matriarch, just there's a lot of people. So you guys like
JP the Matriarch.
Yeah, this is like a community for real, and I do appreciate that because, and even Rush Ribbon, she came in and she was giving me some information. So that is what I do like about it. I like coming on. It's like another group of friends and family. Like everybody does help each other, and I do like that. Like even the small channels and big ones, I do like that we do facilitate that information to each other, and it's cool to see each other grow fast or grow slow. Like I do like that this is like a real community, and I always try to stop in and go to other people's channels and watch and just, you know, keep trying to produce my content and learning how to get in that algorithm so it can be seen. But yeah, I do like that. It's cool that you started this, to be honest. Like it's really cool that you have a steady community, even if it does drop. So what? You do have a steady group of people that are consistent with you. And to me, that's what matters. I'd rather have the consistent people than the ones that waver. So
yeah, well, thank you so much for that. I think it was Tim Howard or somebody said I'm trying to be the Oshay 2.0, and that made me fun. That made me chuckle a little bit. But in a small part, I can't compare myself to Oshay because it's, you know, Oshay is the OG. But I do want to follow in the path that he set. I do want to bring people on and expose them because I saw how he exposed my channel, how he exposed me, and the benefit that I got out of it. So I love to do it. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I do want to give you a shout out too. I was looking when I was on vacation. I was looking at some of your old videos because I started like in the middle going forward when I first met you like a month ago.
That's embarrassing,
and your video was awesome. I watched you, like your diction and how you were talking. Like I thought you were a news broadcaster. So
I know it was.
Shout out for the first 2 videos. They were really good.
But
like,
that's bad though. No, because now I'm relaxed. I talk to you guys. I have fun. I'm just chilling.
Right.
Guys, go back and watch my first videos. I am the lead attorney. And, it's so terrible. It is. It took me a while to get comfortable with you guys.
Yeah.
It took me so long. But thank you for saying that. But whenever anybody says, "Oh yeah, I saw your last videos," I'm just like, "Oh man, they were bad." But I do leave them up there. Not, I would take them down, to be honest. But I do want them up there so that other people can see how bad you can be to start off. You can really be bad, and it just where you start doesn't have any reflection on where you can end up.
Right.
But I really appreciate you saying that. So yeah, go hit up Rush and tell Rush that we're sorry, and we apologize. And,
you guys got up under his skin that bad?
Yeah, it was bad.
Wow.
It was
I'm gonna
bad.
have to talk to her.
But you know, it's because what does Tim Howard say? He says masculine men want feminine women, and feminine women are a blessing. However, if you're feminine and you're sensitive, you know, maybe, you know, you can get your feelings hurt sometimes, but and that's okay. That's okay. You know, we'll apologize and move on. And, you know, we all know what's in our heart, right? When somebody comes at me, you know, I don't take it the wrong way. I know how it is. I know how it is. But yeah. So thank you so much for coming up, Miss B Finesse. Please drop a link to your channel so that everybody can go and check you out.
Perfect. All right, guys. Have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Shout out to Miss B Finesse. And I think she's so right that I'm gonna take some of you people out of order because I need to look at somebody else. We got my man El Guapo. Another, just talking about what Miss B Finesse was talking about. Like, we got a community over here, right? Just really trying to help each other out. I see My Vivid Life. She is everywhere. She's always supporting Blind Guy, his wife, their life, and they are always supporting Rebuilding Black Wall Street. Like, we're always supporting each other, and it's just so beautiful. I'm sure there are other communities like this on YouTube. You know, YouTube's so huge, but you know, in this sector, we are really killing it. We are really supporting each other to help get our numbers up, help get our information up, our subscribers up, our watch hours up. We are really doing it, and I really want Rebuilding Black Wall Street to do a video or a live stream on how to use these Google ads, because that can help all of us. That can help all of us. I don't know how to use them, and he knows about it. All right, let me take give me 1 second. Let me take Dollar Will. Dollar Will, can you hear me?
Yes. What's up, brother?
Perfect. How are you doing?
Oh, good. Congratulations on your success. I saw you when you first came on Oshay. You know, Oshay been on these streets for a long time. We talking more than 5 years. So I think I had my channel up sometime around it's been almost 5 years with my channel, and Oshay was on longer than that. And
wow, so you've had your channel for over 5 years? 5 years?
Yeah, but I'm not even monetized. It would hurt my feelings so bad, man. I hid the daggone subscriber count from myself. You know what I'm saying? I hid it from me. I hid me from me.
Yes, that's when you know it's bad. And I've been there. I went through the whole thing of, should I show my subscribers or not? You know, I had 17 subscribers, and I was like, I don't even want to look at this. You know, so I feel you.
So I hear people coming on here talking about how you know, they complaining is the word, complaining that it took them 2 months to get 1,000. I'm like, you really don't know.
It's true. You are exactly right.
So
but I think it's because people who are complaining like them, I have certainly complained numerous times. It's because we don't really know what Rebuilding Black Wall Street knew. We don't know about these YouTube ads or anything, because apparently, have you tried those ads, Dollar Will?
No, but I'm gonna really give that some deep thought now, because and money works, man. Money talks.
It does. You know, shout out to this brother that we had on 20 minutes ago. When you the Dollar Will, you're so right. You're so right when you say money works. Because shout out to this brother that we had on 20 minutes ago who was like, yeah, you know, I had a social media manager. And I say, well, how did it work out? Oh, it didn't work out at all. You know, I didn't get the results that I wanted at all. And I was like, well, okay, you know, well, if you don't mind, how much did you pay him? Oh, I didn't pay him shit. Well, you know.
I mean, if I got to like your size and I had a social media manager, I wouldn't necessarily expect them to increase my view count or subscriber count. I would expect them to give me more time to make the process more efficient for me. So I guess it would depend on what he expected a social media
my question
manager
is, though, what can you expect at all when you come empty-handed? That's my question. Because like what you just said, Dollar Will, is so true. You said money works, man. Well, what's the opposite? What if money works? You know, what does empty-handedness get you?
Right.
And so no, I just mean shout out to that brother, but man.
That kind of reminds me of a thing I kind of preach on my channel as it exists or whatever. That we confuse the value of the thing with the price of the thing.
Yes, and that's what
sometimes
Oshay
when you give people something for free, they think if it didn't cost them anything, they think that that's the value of it.
Yes,
so you kind of have to charge people just so that they get their respect up for the thing that you give them.
Absolutely. And it's so true. Guys, listen, I do consults. All right. I do consults and people call me and they have questions about their marriages or divorces. Right. And at first I was just doing $75 an hour because I'm trying to help the people, just like this whole damn stream. I'm just trying to give out information. So it's 70. And I was, my time is worth more than $75 an hour, but I was just doing $75 an hour. Nobody booked. And then I was like, well, if nobody's booking, then I'm going to put it at a really closer price. And I did $75 for half an hour. Then a few people started booking. So I said, okay. And then I started doing $125 for half an hour. And now even more people are booking. Right? Because they're like, okay, well, maybe if it has some value to you, well, maybe it could have some value to me. Right. And so, but people, Oshay was so mad about this. People come to him empty-handed and want all of this value. And just like you said, if you don't value it, then other people aren't going to value it. If you just give it away, then other people are going to be like, oh, well, I guess I can just take advantage. Because Oshay was putting on hundreds of people. He would put somebody on, get them, 500 subscribers. And then 2 weeks later, they'd be back. Hey, put me on again. I got something else to talk about. And Oshay's like, I'm in medical school. You think I just got time to sit down here for an hour and a half with you anytime you want to come on? Right. And you're offering, didn't offer anything. Right. And so, and it kind of reminds me of, our Dr. Hebrew guy. He's like, oh, I ain't paying until I see some results. It's like, well, how do you get anywhere? Right. Shout out to XO Natro Shaxo. I know I killed that. He said, empty-handed for your business to grow. Right? It's just like me. Show me. I'll buy anything. If you tell me, if I have any inkling that out of this 300-page book, if there are 5 pages that will really help me, here's my $20. Right. If there are 5 pages in this goddamn book that'll help me, I have not read this book before I bought it, but I was like, there have to be 5 pages. Here's my $20. It's not like I'm like, no, give me the book and let me read all the pages, and then I'll decide whether I want to pay or not. That's not how it works, right? That's not how, at least in this culture. He was saying culturally it's different, and fair enough. Right. But yeah, so Dollar Will, I would really recommend that you hit up Rebuilding Black Wall Street. Hit up Marcus. His channel name is Rebuilding Black Wall Street. He knows how to use these Google ads, and he's getting great results.
Even looking back on it, the greatest amount of success I have had have come from like you said, collaborating with other people. But it can't be just the fact that you're collaborating with someone that has a large subscriber base. That doesn't help. It has to be some symmetry between what they talk about and what you're talking about on your channel.
See, I can tell you've been on a long time. Because even when the medical Hebrew guy was talking, he was like, yeah, maybe we could do a collab or something. I was like, I don't know anything about medicine or Hebrew. How would that collab work? I'm supposed to be over here talking about, apparently, I'm supposed to be over here clout chasing, apparently. And you're over here talking about these deep philosophical issues. I'm not sure how that would work out.
I've also had some success working on collaborating with channels as small as mine. or maybe just a little larger, as opposed to reaching for the person with 30,000 or above, because at that lower level, both of y'all need each other, and you can, share each other's, small lists, and you can grow it organically with people. I'm talking about somebody that's small, that's doing a similar topic as you, because now you're going to get that engagement. So my subscriber list is low, but I think my engagement rate is pretty good, because the people that come back or that go join my Patreon, where I offer a different service over there, that's where I get my my inspiration for what I'm doing is the people who are paying on Patreon. And so now I look over every now and again. I say, you really need to do something on that YouTube thing, But YouTube, you really have to take it seriously. But it's a time issue. And my channel is about trading. I teach technical analysis, and this was like really right when Bitcoin and all that stuff started taking off. But I've been in the game for decades. But you have to, and it's hard also to give people what they need. You have to give them what they want, and then somehow piggyback what they need onto that, And so it's like everybody's like got Bitcoin on the brain, and as a trader, again, my channel, I teach technical analysis, which is basically how to make sense of the squiggly price movements on the stock chart.
Can I ask you this?
Yes.
I know the answer, but there's a part of me that's gonna ask it anyway.
If you ask me a technical analysis question, man, I'll get excited, man. I'm warning. That's my thing.
This is gonna upset you. All
okay,
right.
Come on with it. Tell me you think it's garbage. I can come back and prove it.
I just want to ask you.
Go for it.
I just want to ask you: is technical analysis bullshit?
Absolutely not. It is superior to every other type of analysis that there is. And the primary method that people use is fundamental analysis. Technical analysis is superior to fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis.
Okay, I don't want to get into. I know you can. I know you can roll with it, but I just have.
I can roll with it.
I know you can roll with it. I know you can roll with it.
I mean, listen. But the best traders, if you want to play games with the word trader versus investor, that's a game too. Because every time you buy a stock, you expect to make money. It doesn't matter whether you held it for 5 minutes or 5 years. Okay, so you can tell you can.
I mean, that's a good distinction.
Play games with your mind and call a bad trade an investment. I don't play those games. Okay, I teach people to accept, be accountable, for the decision you made. And so the technical analysis helps you show when, because the stocks themselves are also subjected to the law of supply and demand. So because there's a good logical fundamental reason to buy a thing, it may not be the right time right now, because good stocks, the price of great companies fall too.
Gotcha. Listen, y'all can tell this brother's deep. Y'all can tell this brother knows about stocks, knows about trading, knows about the market. So please go check him out, man. If you want to know about how these markets work, if you want to know all the ups and downs, if you want to know how to all the what is it, the double cap bounces and all this other stuff, right? That please go check out Dollar Whip. Thank you so much, Dollar Whip. And listen, hit up your boy, Rebuilding Black Wall Street, because you are. I can just tell by talking to you, you're an intelligent man, and there's no reason why you should be on YouTube for 5 years and you're not monetized yet. All right, so you're doing some things that are fundamentally wrong. Now, I am too, and I've been doing fundamentally things wrong since day one. In fact, that's how I started this whole damn stream, showing you a fundamental mistake that I made. I
made the same mistake as you. I don't post enough.
Exactly, right, guys. If you are new, I showed you this stream. These are my views, and I went, I was just posting and rocking and rolling. I was getting this day, I got 15,000 views. This day I got 30,000 views in one day. This day I got probably 27,000 views. This day I got about 37,000 views. I was rocking and rolling. Here I went to Mexico and I didn't post, and look what happened. My whole shit went to zero. right? Can you tell? Can anybody tell when I got back from Mexico? That's right. Right here. Right.
Wow.
So this was a lesson that I learned. My whole channel with the damn thing went to zero. Right. And this is just my views, but also this is my watch time. Watch time doesn't really matter if you're monetized already, but YouTube takes a look at it. On this day, people watch me for 7,000 hours, right? On this day, people watch me for like 10,000. This day, people watch me for, let's say, 14,000 hours. This day, people watch me for 11,000 hours. Can you tell when I went to Mexico? People watch me here for like 30 seconds. For 30 seconds. This is what happened to my channel when I went to Mexico for 2 weeks. All right. Let's take a look at this. These are my subscribers. Guys, I was rocking and rolling, man. I was getting, 250 subscribers a day. This is a day. 500 subscribers a day. This day I got about, 675 subscribers a day. When I went to Mexico, this day was probably like 30 subscribers. And you say, well, some of you will say, well, I would love to get 30 subscribers in a day. And fair enough. But, 3 weeks before, I was getting 675 subscribers in a day. Like my whole channel was going to zero. And then when I came back on, now it's just starting to come back up. Who knows, guys, how long it's going to take me to get, this is where I am right now. Who knows how long it's going to take me to get back to here? Why? Because I went to Mexico and didn't post anything, right? So we're learning some harsh lessons. But one of the things is that maybe Rebuilding Black Wall Street is like, listen, if you were running Google ads, maybe that wouldn't have happened. So we need to hit this man up. He knows what's going on.
Well, I want to thank you. And I want to say what's up to the brother coming up on Keep It Techie. I remember when his channel was real small and he got pretty good, good traction, and it kind of took off. He's got valuable information that's of a technical sort. So to listen to his growth thing, but he applied himself more. He posted more video. I think I might have even started before him.
Wow.
So what you said, you gotta post, you gotta feed that algorithm beast.
Yes,
you gotta do that.
You gotta feed it. You're right. Listen, thank you so much, Dollar Will, for coming on. And please drop your channel link in the chat.
Right. I put it in the comments. I don't think I can. If you're not don't have a wrench, you can't. I don't think they let you drop links.
You can't put it in the comment section.
I put it in the private chat, but I don't think they let you drop a link in the comment if you're not you don't have a wrench.
Really? I didn't know that. I've been telling everybody to
that's true.
El Guapo says it's true. I didn't know that. I've been telling everybody to drop their
So I put it in the private chat for you, my link.
Okay, perfect. Oh, okay. Maybe I can. Okay, maybe I'll start doing it then. I never look at the private chat, guys. Sometimes at the end of a live stream, I look over and there are 250 private chats. I haven't looked at them at all.
You guys are there talking. Every time you've asked people to drop their link, they probably will, and they did not have a wrench. They probably was putting it right there. But Keep It Techie can get your game tight on all that kind of stuff, including reviving old computers with with the Linux operating system. That's the brother right there.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. See, this is a perfect example how this is why it's YouTube elementary, because we're all learning. I learned from these things too. So thank you so much. Thank you, Dollar Will. I appreciate your knowledge. All right. Thank you. All righty, guys. Listen, I make mistakes in this stuff all the time. Shout out to Tim Howard 5. Tim Howard 5 says, donate to the Super Chat or Cash App. The lead attorney is giving great content and helping people out. And this is kind of what we were talking about too. Thank you so much, Tim Howard. I really appreciate you doing not only your Super Chat, which is generous, but your content, right? YouTube, I'm trying to help people out. We got 240 people in the chat, right? If I was talking about Tasha K, there'd be, 2,000 people in here, right? But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. This isn't the clout chasing type of video. And, we're doing something special over here. But just notice also what happens when you don't clout chase. Notice what also happens when you don't talk about mainstream or pop culture. Instead of you getting, 750 viewers or 1,000 viewers, you get, 240 viewers, right? But shout out to Tim Howard. also, so I really appreciate that, Tim Howard. Because it is a Sunday, guys, and I'm working for you. But then also a shout out to Mr. Wright, who followed it up real quick. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Didn't even put a question, just a comment, just like, no, man, thank you. I appreciate you giving us this knowledge. So I appreciate you, Mr. Wright. Thank you. And then of course, AJ is road tripping. Jesus, it's almost embarrassing to get this from you. You supported me so much in the last one. So thank you, AJ is road tripping, and really, really appreciate this, guys. And really, everybody in the chat, everybody who's given, and everybody who's just here. We got my man Solomon. Everybody knows Solomon Kennard, right? Not Kincaid, Kennard. So shout out to Solomon. Shout out to Raven. What does Raven say? Extrañé tus lives esta semana por trabajar. Shout out to Raven. Raven just started her job. She started August 1st, making big money up there in Washington. Shout out to Raven, man. Raven's doing it up. It's hard, guys, but listen, we just got to work hard, and hopefully luck and favor will be on our side. But we gotta do the work, and Raven is absolutely doing the work. Entonces yo te extrañé también, Raven. Te extrañé también. Who else we got? Oh, we got my man El Guapo. You see him right here, guys. You see him right here, El Guapo in the studio, right there with Magnus and the chessboard. What does he say? He says this is a retainer. Super generous super chat. Thank you, beautiful eyes. But he's always been generous with me. But again, this is one of these high value guys where you talk to him immediately and you know what it's about. He came up on one of my lives a few months ago, and I was like, oh man, this dude is deep. Every now and then someone will come up and I'm like, this is something. That's what happened with Rush. Rush came up and I was like, oh, this one's different, right? So now me and Rush, if she still likes me, right? We blew her damn stream up yesterday. So if she still likes me, we're gonna do a collaboration on Thursday. And the beautiful eyes, El Guapo was the same way. He came up and I was like, no, I got to do something special with you. So shout out to Beautiful Eyes. We're about to hear from him in a second. And then Cigar Talk. Shout out to Cigar Talk. So there's a couple of bucks for the Flying Biscuit. Yeah, y'all know about the Flying Biscuit? Flying Biscuit is a pretty good restaurant that we got down here in Atlanta. Serves breakfast meals. I'm not sure if they do lunch, but I always go for breakfast. So shout out to Cigar Talk. Cigar Talk knows what it's about down here in the A-Town. And then JT Coin Rings. I think I saw him down here in the there he is. He's down here in the back. We're full in the back, guys. So if you can't get in, it's because StreamYard only allows 12 people to get in. But we're going to be moving through them. Says, keep dropping these jewels, lead attorney. Yes, I'm trying, and I'm learning too. You guys are letting me know. So now when I look and I'm like, why are there 250 comments in the chat? It's because I'm telling everybody to drop their link in the chat, and then they drop it there. I don't ever look at it. I just see a bubble that goes from 14 to 75 to 125. I don't know what's going on in there. Y'all are talking to yourselves. It's hard enough for me to figure out what the hell is going on up here. What is Trash Can Wave says? Rush Ribbons developing tough skin. She won't hold hard feelings. Yeah, we're gonna have to put some calluses on her. Listen, guys, let me tell you something. This is not a shot at Rush, right? This goes to all YouTubers. You're gonna get it. If you start up a channel, you are gonna get it. I just got an Instagram post yesterday from a guy who sent me a link to random dudes talking shit about me. I don't know. One's an attorney. I don't know who these people are. They've never come on the show, right? Shout out to the YouTube algorithm that filters out your comments. I'll upload a video, and the video will have all these comments on it, and I'll look in the spam. I'll look where YouTube has deleted the comments. They'll put them in like a spam folder. I'll look in the spam folder, and there'll be a comment that are like, oh, lead attorney, this is such a great video. Thanks so much. And I'm like, why is this in the spam folder? And then I'll look in the regular comment section, and it'll be like, lead attorney, you should suck a dick. Like, why didn't that get into the spam folder, right? Why didn't that get put in there? But what's the point? The point is people come at me in my comment section every single video. So Trash Can Waves is right in that, listen, we're going to need to develop a tough skin. We're going to need to get some calluses because people are harsh out here. They are absolutely harsh. Let me give a quick shout out to Paula Kenny. Paula Kenny, thank you so much, Paula Kenny. Paula Kenny sent your boy a Cash App for the coffee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. And I think we got Dollar Will in the house too. Dollar Will said, thank you, Dollar Will. Appreciate that. Says, get the bag and keep it. Learn technical analysis to add it to the fundamental analysis. I don't know if I believe in the technical analysis, but I'm not competent enough to talk to you about it because you know so much more about it than I. There's no, you would beat me up in the conversation. So I can't talk to you about that. But I'm a little skeptical, but it's because I'm ignorant about it. All right. Let's go to Keep It Techie. And then we're going to go to, I'm going to go a little bit out of order. Guys, I don't like to have all these damn icons on. I'm going to have the icons and you do not have to cam up to get here. But I do sometimes give a little preferential treatment to people who are on camera just because I don't like the look. Shout out to Bernard Riley, but Bernard Riley will be on a stream with 10 damn icons. I refuse to do that. Shout out to Bernard. All right, Keep It Techie. Thank you for coming on. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yes, sir, I do.
Is it oh, look at you. You got the merch and everything. You got the shirt. Shout out to Keep It Techie, man. Shout out to Keep It Techie. Tell us a little bit about your channel.
So basically, I started my channel back in 2016. And first off, I've been working in the IT field for close to 15 years or so, doing different positions and everything. And I've always mentored people in the past. And so one of the reasons that inspired me to start my YouTube channel, especially working with Oshay. You know, I've always liked his channel. I've been following him for a long time, and he kind of inspired me to start my own channel. Because he would always get up there and say, "Hey guys, we need to support Black men. We need to create Black media." You know what I'm saying? And so I said, well, this is something that I'm interested in, which is Linux. My channel is all about the Linux operating system, open source, as well as, you know, just general IT. Well, by him saying that, I was like, well, this is what I know about. So let me just start a channel on it and see what happens. And it mainly started just to try to help people get into the IT field, because every position that I've worked in since since I've been in the IT field, 90% of the time I've been the only Black guy in the room. And so we have a growing need for more Black people in the tech field. And so that's my whole goal, is to try to put the information out there to try to help people get into the IT field. And I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing my channel since 2016. And like you were saying, like you were saying, you was basically saying that.
Wait, let me cut you off for a second. Let me cut you off for 1 second. Hold that thought. But I do want to answer Cigar Talk. Cigar Talks asked me, you know, my little buzzer. He asked me if this was from StreamYard. And if I don't want to interrupt you, Techie, but if I did, I would forget this.
No problem.
And Lana's Life is exactly right. This is not from StreamYard. This is what did she call it? A soundboard. So I'm not sure if you can see this. I don't want to mess my stuff up. This is a Rodecaster Pro, right? And these little buttons right here are buttons that have different sounds. So when somebody bombs the chat, I just go all the way up with it, right? I just do that when somebody gives me a big super chat or something like that. So this is the Rodecaster Pro. It's excellent. I think it's probably the top one for that YouTubers use on the market. It's about $600. It's worth it. It's connected to this microphone. You cannot see the mic, but this is a Sennheiser microphone. And so I run everything through I run my headphones through the Rodecaster. If you guys send me a Cash App, you might hear it, the little cha-ching, but that's because my phone is connected through the Bluetooth of the Rodecaster. So I highly recommend the Rodecaster. I got my Sennheiser microphone, I got my iPhone, I got my earbuds thing, I got everything going through this, and just one cable goes to my my Mac. and it handles all of my sound. And I've never had I did have one problem with it. I don't know what it was, but it got fixed. So if it broke on me, I would buy another one the same day. So great question, Cigar Talk. And Lana's life is exactly right. I didn't want to interrupt you, Techie, but I knew that if I just moved on with other comments, then I would forget about Cigar Talk's comment.
Nah,
right,
no problem. Yeah, I just, like I said, I just created my channel just to try to help people get into the tech field. That was pretty much summing it up. And oh yeah, like you were saying, how if you were talking about, I guess, one of these people on social media, or one of these popular people, or one of these popular topics, clout chasing or whatever, you have a lot of people, you know, in the chat. And so it's been a struggle with my channel because it's really all about education and trying to help people, you know what I'm saying? And so it's a slow growth and a slow grind. And I do a lot of pre-recorded videos, so I do a lot of editing and all that stuff.
So what do you so you've been on, you said since 2016, something like that?
Yes sir.
Wow. Okay, so did you start off have you always done pre-recorded videos, or was there a time when you were doing more live streams? Tell us about the evolution of your channel. So it's all been just videos.
It's all been pre-recorded, and I do it around my full-time job, you know what I'm saying? This is not nothing, you know, that's full time for me. So it's all when I have time to make videos, that's when I'll put up videos and everything. And now recently I have started live streaming because I keep hearing, you know, and seeing, you know, like your channel example, Kevin Samuels, all these other channels or whatever, that live streaming is kind of a way to go to help build your channel. So each weekend, and I choose the weekends because that's my free time, or the free time that I do have set aside for it. But every Saturday I have started doing live streams where I bring on different people that work in the IT field. Like this weekend I brought on my friend Tech G. I don't know if he's been on here, but he does a lot of courses to like A+, Net+, and I know you probably don't know all this stuff because it's all that tech certifications. Yeah. Well, he does a lot of training videos on that as well. So I always shout him out and bring him on. And so collaborations is key, like you were saying.
Yeah,
you know, 100% key, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that's been helping me recently, because I was kind of stuck at like 5,000 subscribers. That kind of, you know, started bumping me up by doing a lot of collaborations and working with different people that are in my niche. And that's the important part about it. You want to make sure you collab with people that are in your niche, because they're bringing people that can resonate with the content that you're putting out, and you're bringing people, you know, from your channel that, you know, it's kind of a give and take thing, and they all can resonate with both, you know, both content creators, because they're both in that same niche, so to speak. So but that's all I wanted to say. I know I could stay up here for a second, because I want to talk to you a little bit about your editing process. Okay. Before that, attendant physician said, how many subscribers do I need to afford that? Man, do you know, hey, let's say, how many subscribers do you need to be able to afford $600? I can't even tell you how many it took me. If I had to wait to buy this thing based on my subscriber count, 600 subscribers, I mean, to get $600, I might have needed like 10,000 subscribers. So that, I mean, it takes so long. It took me so long to start making well, let me take that back. I think I did a video because I want to be transparent with you guys. I did a video where of how much money I was making when I had 10,000 subscribers. And I think when I had 10,000 subscribers, I think in that video I made like $3,000, right? But that was with 10,000 subscribers. So maybe, you know, with 3,000, I could have afforded the 600 or something like that. Let me say two things. Number one, you're an attending physician. All right, so you got it either way. You got $600. Don't be cheap. Don't be cheap for you. But for other people, let's say if you're a 25-year-old and you're like $600, I ain't got $600. You don't need it. If you're an attending physician, go ahead and buy this damn thing. All right, stop playing around. But if you're a 24-year-old or a 32-year-old and you're just getting started, just use your phone, man. Don't get fancy with it. Because what did I say in that when I had 10,000 subscribers? I was like, oh, okay, you think this $3,000? You think that's good money, right? No, I'm in the hole.
because I buy everything, guys. If I think one thing is gonna help me, I will buy it instantly. There's one video I was looking like a damn gamer. Do you know I was looking like a gamer? Because I had a big Shure, what is it? The Shure mics that everybody has, and I had the Gator arm. Like I bought all. I didn't like it, and you could barely see me. The damn thing was so big. You know the way I had it set up. I didn't have it set up right. Right. I bought the M1, the computer. I got the Mac computer. I got this Mac. I got all these monitors, all these lightings. Got the Stream Deck. I got the Cal Digit dock. I got everything. Like, tell me that there's one thing that can help my channel 1%, and it's already bought. I bought the Meet Kevin course. I bought it too late. I should have bought it earlier. I should have bought this book earlier. Guys, get knowledge early. Don't buy this. Don't buy a Rodecaster Pro. Don't buy equipment first. If you might need a camera. You don't even need a camera if you're going to do live stream. Shout out to Jessica X. Jessica X, she was like, lead attorney, I don't know how you're losing money on YouTube. It doesn't make sense to me. Why didn't it make sense to her? Right? Because she had $100 microphone. That's all she fucking bought. Right? Because she doesn't need it. She doesn't cam up, so she doesn't need a camera. She doesn't edit. She doesn't do videos like Techie, so she doesn't need to edit. She does 100% live streams. So she can get a Yeti mic for $100 and make thousands and thousands of dollars a month. You just got to know how to do it. Now, for me, I don't want to have a thing where you're talking to an icon, but that's because also I don't have a beautiful voice. If I had a Jessica X voice, you guys might never know what the hell I look like, right? Focus on the voice. Don't focus on how I look. But I'm from Atlanta with a ghetto voice, and a high pitched voice at that. So I need to show you the visuals to distract you. But there are 1,000 ways to make money on YouTube. So attending physician, I wanted to interrupt Techie because your question is so good. A lot of people say, "Oh, well, I'll start my YouTube channel once I get the A6000 Sony camera, once I get the Shure mic, once I get this, once I get all the lighting." Once I get my new computer, then I'll start. Don't do that. Just go ahead and start with what you got. And then as you go along, build up. But to answer your question, how many subscribers do you need to be able to pay $600? You need a few. It's going to take you a long time. You're not going to get $600 with 2,000 subscribers probably. Or it's going to take you a while at least. I don't know, because Rush, she only has 700. You guys are supporting Rush so much, man. Rush gets these cash apps. They're humongous. And she has 700 subscribers. Like, we support each other, man. It's so, shout out to this community. We support each other so much, right? So I don't know, maybe attending physician, you could get it with 700 subscribers if you do live streams, but you need to get it from your subscribers. You're not going to get it from YouTube. Let me say that. You are not going to get it from AdSense. From AdSense, it might take you 3 years. But from your subscribers, to be honest, maybe you can get it in a week if you got some good subscribers like Rush has got, right? Some good subscribers like I got. El Guapo sending me $20 every damn time I turn around. You get some good brothers, some good sisters on your team. They'll support you, man. They'll hold you up. So then you can turn around and just try to give out the little free game that right? So that's a great point. So I wanted to cut off Techie again. I try not to cut people off, but for this type of format, I want to cut you off if someone asks a quick question, because I know if I say, oh, I'll remember it, I'll move on to something else. All right, Techie, listen. When I was doing videos, I was averaging for 1 minute. If a video lasted 1 minute, it was taking me 1 hour to edit. So I was having 10-minute videos that were taking me 10 hours. 15-minute videos that were taking me 15 hours. Like, what is your editing process? Do you use Adobe Premiere Pro? Do you use Final Cut Pro? Kind of, how do you speed things up?
Okay, so I have my my whole editing process, I guess, broken down. I use strictly open source software, which is free software and basically the software that I talk about on my channel. A lot of it is free and open source. You can download it for free. You can store it. You don't have to purchase Adobe products. I made videos just basically showing people that there are free alternatives to Adobe products like Adobe Premiere, Adobe Photoshop, you know, creating your graphics and all that stuff. And yeah, it's a little bit of a learning curve, but once you get it, you get it. And if you also have some background working with Photoshop, then you can easily apply a lot of your knowledge that you've learned using those other softwares to this software here that's free and open source. So I use, like, for instance, GIMP, that can be installed on Windows and Linux operating systems for photo editing. That's the equivalent of Photoshop. And then also I use what they call Kdenlive, and then also OpenShot. And this allows me to edit my photos just like—
You start talking about to technical people. You don't know what the hell they're talking about, man. All of us, we're like DaVinci, we're like iMovie, we are Final Cut Pro, we are Premiere Pro, and you're over here talking about GIMP and this. You guys are so technical. You guys are on it. That's why y'all make all that money, right?
Yeah. And I you know, I all this stuff is just stuff that I do on the side, and I gotta actually go because I got a conference that I'm finna go to, and so sorry. I want to come back and talk to you more about this stuff. I apologize. I wish I had a little bit more time.
You're fine.
You know what I'm saying? But my wife's calling me through the door like, hey, we gotta
now
go.
they're about to call you a simp.
Yeah. Oh man, whatever. I don't care about people calling.
No,
me
I'm just teasing.
man.
I'm just teasing. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
I know.
No, listen. Thank you so much for your time and for your expertise and for your knowledge.
Yeah, no problem.
You've been here a long time, so thank you so much. Please come back anytime.
Okay, all right, appreciate it, and you have a good day. And I'm gonna drop something in the super chat in a second.
Oh, thank you so much. Really
All
appreciate it, Jackie.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's pull up Trevon, but then we got Trevon here. Let's pull up Paula, and I'm gonna get to El Guapo in a second. You guys are so, I mean, Tim Howard, Trash Can Ways, like you guys are on it. I should have thought about this. Derrick Jaxn been doing all his videos on an iPhone 6 in his car. You know, he's making 100,000. You know, he's making. I made a video about how many I was making $10,000 a month. That's it. He would cry if he looked at his analytics and saw that he made $10,000 in 1 month. He'd be like, "Where's the other 90? Where's the other 90?" Right. So, attending physician, you're asking a good question about the equipment. We all do when we're starting out because you need stuff to start out, right? Look at El Guapo. He set up a whole studio in his. He's looking good, right? So as time goes on, you can step it up. But man, Tim is so right that Derrick Jaxn with his iPhone 6 has been making $100,000 a month, $100,000 a month sitting in his car making 3-minute videos. That should show you right there. Tim came with the perfect example that you don't need anything. You need an iPhone and you already got that, right? So shout out to Tim because he's absolutely right. Oh, we got keep it techie. Thank you so much, Keep It Techie. Very, very generous. And again, no comment, no question, just the pure love. Thank you. Really appreciate it. This is what I'm talking about, attending physician. People will hold you up. Guys, I didn't want to say, you don't ever want to count anybody's money. You don't ever want to do that. But I was on when Rush started doing her live streams and you guys were hitting her with the cash apps. It made me feel so good. It's her money, right? Fine. But the fact that y'all came over there from my channel and supported her, it made me feel so good. And so your community is going to hold you up because AdSense is not going to hold you up. AdSense, you're going to be waiting a long time for the AdSense attending physician. But the community is going to hold you up. This is what Oshay Duke Jackson says. Oshay Duke Jackson says, listen, I make so much money every day, but if I ever needed $2,000, I can do a live stream. I don't need these white people. I don't need to clock in. I don't need to go into any white man's office and tell him and ask him, can I take a vacation? He says, if I need $2,000, I'll start a live stream and my people will support me. Right? And that's what you got to love, man. You got to love. So when I see us supporting each other, I'm telling you, it's something that I just did not anticipate when I started YouTube. And I don't know if you can get this if you just do. Let me say this. This might be important. Maybe you disagree. I don't know if you can establish this type of community if you don't do live streams. If you're just doing your little 8-minute videos, your 12-minute videos, I don't know if you can get this. right? You're going to get some AdSense, and Lord knows Mr. Beast is making millions, right? So you can make your money, but I don't know if you can have a community if you're not doing the live streams, right? So maybe that's something to think about. I don't know. All right, we got El Guapo in the house. El Guapo, you are a YouTuber. Let me get you to introduce your channel a little bit. Lord knows I love it. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about what you got going on?
What's good, jury members? Salute and salutations. I'm El Guapo from Beautiful Eyes. Great to be here with you today. Yeah, my channel, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, lead attorney. I'm thinking about making a turn. I'm thinking about coming to the dark side. You know, you've been speaking some truth here, and I got a couple of quick tidbits. I got to get back to work. I'm doing some voiceover work today.
You need to be doing voiceover work. You and Jessica X. And just a quick shout out to Larry Reid Live. Y'all don't know, y'all know who Larry. I didn't know who Larry Reid Live was. He's down here in Atlanta with me. Larry Reid Live is a famous YouTuber. He came in, talk about community. He blessed me. And I was like, oh, look at this. Someone came in and blessed me. And then everybody's like, oh, Larry Reid. And I was like, oh, this is a somebody. I didn't know. I'm new. Like, this is a somebody. So, and he concurs. He says it happens more when you go live as opposed to when we had Paula drop off, as opposed to when you do when you do videos. So shout out to Larry, and I thank you for confirming that. Sometimes I talk, I don't know what the hell I'd be talking about, but he has a very successful channel, so I would definitely take his word for it. So shout out to Larry. But I know you got to go, Guapo. So I apologize for interrupting you. What were you saying?
You're good, man. You're good. So a couple of things. Clout chasing absolutely works. Out of all the videos I've done, I did one on Charlemagne, and it got like 5,000 views, which is. I'm a small YouTuber. I think right around 500 subscribers. My watch time's pretty good, but I mean that blew it out of the water talking about him. And then the next one that I had is like 1,200 views, and that's talking about another popular YouTuber. So clout chasing absolutely works. Yeah, absolutely works. But listen, I took some notes real fast. I'm going to give you 3 quick tips. I'm going to get out of here. Yes. Tip number 1: if you're going to be a YouTuber, you need to take notes. I got a notebook for everything. I got one for show ideas. I got one that says quotes right there. And I got one for outlines. So you want to make sure that you're always taking notes. Keep one beside your bed in the middle of the night. You'll have a dream. I promise you it's going to happen. You'll be like, oh, it's a great show idea. If you don't wake up and write it down right away, you'll forget it. Okay. The second one I got for you is you got to niche down your content. You talked about this, lead attorney. This is huge. So here's one thing that people don't realize. As you start to build a following, if you start flip-flopping on what you talk about, you moving to another topic will cause you to lose subscribers. Lead attorney talked about waking up. This is something all new YouTubers do. I do this too.
We all
get up, you look at your YouTube studio. That's the first thing before I get out of the bed in the morning. I look. Yes. I look and see. And then if you mess around and you put a video on there, you might put out new content and have less subscribers because you didn't stay in your niche. So the quicker you can niche down, the better off you're going to be. And then the last thing, we talk about this. I feel your pain. This is why I started doing live streams. I hate editing as well. I had to learn DaVinci Resolve. Yes. Bruh. Like 8 hours of video watching before I even got it started, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's rough. You can do it, but it's difficult. So if you're going to the sooner you can invest in yourself and your channel, you know, Fiverr is a great app. You know, hey, Fiverr, give lead attorney some ad money for this. Fiverr is a great app, and you can get some great stuff done. I've had voiceover work. I needed somebody to do an English accent for me for my channel. For your
YouTube channel?
Say again?
For your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I've got a British sounding woman that does my intro now.
You know what I was gonna do, because I'm cheap as hell? I was gonna get Jessica X to the next time she's on my channel, I was gonna get her to say the lead attorney 3 different times. Yeah. And then I would just go cry. I was just gonna take that, right? But you're doing it the professional way.
That's what Oshay's talking about. That's exactly what Oshay's talking about. Look at you, man.
Right. I was gonna trick her. I was gonna be like, hey, Jessica X, what's the name of my channel again? Wait, say it one more time. Okay, say it slower one more time. Right.
There you go. But no, hey, lead attorney, right. You, my friend, my channel wouldn't have half the subscribers I have without you. I appreciate you paying it forward. And I feel what you're saying. It's great, guys. Take advantage while it's free. I'm going to tell you right now. I agree with Oshay. In fact, I've been wanting to reach out to him, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to actually, when I'm ready, I'll go to Poland and do the interview there if he'll let me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll fly
that
over
would be tight right there. That would be tight.
I'll do it. But I want to be monetized first. So, but I love what you're doing, man. I appreciate you guys, jury members, and that's all I got, man.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming on. And are you a moderator? You're a moderator, right?
I am not.
How the hell are you not a moderator? Because I didn't even know about the whole you couldn't put your link in the chat until if I can get you just to write your name in the chat or something so I can make you a moderator, because I need to click on your your name. All right. So and again, I apologize to everybody who's been dropping their link in the private chat. I never look in the private chat. I don't know what the hell's going on in there. So but yeah, so real quick before I forget, El Guapo, if you can just write something in there. Perfect.
Yeah, I threw my name in there. Do you need me to put my actual channel name?
Nope, I got you. All right, so thank you so much, and salúdamela, la guapa, la bella.
Says hi. She's watching from Colombia right now. I told her I was about to jump on.
Oh, fantastic. Well, la bella, ni sé qué te puedo decir, ¿verdad? Nada más te mando un abrazo muy fuerte, con todo respeto al señor El Guapo. Okay, so shout out to El Guapo. All right, and shout out to la bella. Thank you so much for coming on.
All right, man. El Guapo out.
Yes. All right. Let us bring in big time drum. Love that. So we're gonna go to Trevon, then we're gonna go to Paola, and then we're gonna go to big time drum. I always wanted to learn how to play the drums, guys. There's something about the drums when it must be the African in me. Because when I hear these damn drums, I don't care what it is. It's like, oh, I just talked from in the very beginning. We were talking about Jessica X, and she has a new video that has those Japanese drums. Oh man, I was feeling it. Just shout out to Jessica X and her new intro. Those Japanese drums were killing it. I loved it. All right, Trevon, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Let me ask you, am I saying your name right? Is it Trayvon or is it Trevon?
It's Trayvon.
Trayvon, I apologize for that. Please, guys, let me know if I'm saying your name wrong, because I definitely want to put some respect on your name. All right, Trayvon. So what do you think about this, Trayvon?
Wow.
Well, let me ask you first. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I used to about 7 years ago.
Awesome. Okay. Why did you let it go?
I was in college at the time. So
that makes sense.
I couldn't do YouTube in college, and I had to pick one. So I picked, what doing my college stuff.
Yes.
So at the time while I was doing YouTube, the first video you made, you got monetized. It wasn't all this, you may get this many views, and the first video you made, you got monetized.
Wow, those are the good old days.
So that made me want to start a YouTube channel. I was like, oh, I could get it monetized by just dropping the video. But what they don't tell you is that you need so many views to get your first YouTube check. So you need about 10,000 views to get that first YouTube check. So you might be monetized for a whole year, but until you get that 10,000 views, you won't get that first YouTube check.
Right. Interesting. I didn't know that, but those are the good old days. Are you thinking about starting a new YouTube channel now?
I might.
Yeah. What would you talk about?
Well, back in the day, I used to talk about like anime. So I used to do anime and gaming, and there was like a big anime and gaming community on YouTube back in the day. So we used to have like live streams, and back in the day, you had something called Google Hangouts, and you use Google Hangouts and allow 10 people to do live streams, but they got rid of that a few years ago. So it was much easier to, do a live stream like this, and you didn't have to pay StreamYard. All you had to do is use Google stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's easier.
So, like back in the day, there was something called an MCN. All the YouTubers 7 years ago wanted to be a part of an MCN.
Listen, Trayvon, you are dropping knowledge, man, because I remember I had looked into YouTube a little bit earlier, like in 2017, and everybody had MCNs. And I was thinking about starting one, but then the whole YouTube adpocalypse hit. And I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't start it then, right? But now you don't hear about MCNs, and this is very interesting. Tell us a little bit about what the MCNs are. I was like, man, if I start one, I guess I got to be a part of an MCN.
The MCN was kind of like a record label for YouTube.
Yes.
To make it simple,
Yeah, that's a perfect. I've never heard anybody describe it like that, but that is exactly what it was. It was like you were an artist, and it was like your record label, and they would do what record labels do, right?
Yeah. So an MCN used to contact up and coming YouTubers and invite them to apply for their services, right? And you needed a certain amount of subscribers to get an MCN. Like you needed and each MCN had their own different subscriber amount than you need to get in. So one MCN, you need about like 10,000 subscribers, right? So you have 10,000 subscribers. You apply, right? A few later, they will send you a contract. But most YouTubers don't read the contract. They're just like, oh, they about to give me more money, and they sign away. But they don't realize that MCN used to take about 10 to 35% of your YouTube pay.
Yes.
And what they were supposed to do, it was protect you from copyright strikes. So they were like a mafia boss. They'd be like, if you don't join us, all your YouTube videos are going to get taken down by YouTube copyright system. So people use MCN to protect them from copyright. And the MCN job was to be your advertisement company. They were supposed to advertise for you, And they were also supposed to connect you with other YouTube creators in your niche and help you guys do collaborations.
And it didn't work out that way. You're dropping some history. MCNs, like everybody's hip to the game now. Like if an MCN contacts me, I ain't even reading the email. But it was big back in the day, and all the big YouTubers used to be on MCNs before it got out that MCNs are just like record labels. They're just going to screw you, and they're going to offer you very, very little services. But I had forgotten all about those. Shout out to you, Trayvon. Give me 1 second here. Let me shout out to Luke Hazley. Luke Hazley 20. Very, very generous. Super, super generous super chat says, you have to stay true to your convictions and do not apologize to the keyboard warriors if your opinion offends them. She is absolutely right. And it will offend them. It absolutely will. Also, shout out to AT Alien Stan for the super generous cash app of 1922. Is that a sorority? 1922. That's a very specific amount. Is one of our sororities started that year. Black girls get their shift together. Shout out to them. They have she has a great YouTube channel. She's an awesome YouTube channel. She says, I was going to get Jessica X's voice the Decatur way. She knows about it. She knows about it. I was going to, just keep saying my name, Jessica. Larry Walker, new member. Thank you so much, Larry Walker. Thank you. What does Luke Hazley say? ¿O hablas el español muy bien? Pues sí. Pues bueno. Más o menos. Viví en México unos 5 o 6 años. Entonces sí hablo. Sometimes it comes and goes. It comes and goes. But thank you, Luke Hazley, and thank you again for the support. Got Raven in the house. What does Raven say? Will you ever be covering Britney Spears? I tried to cover Britney Spears, but you know, she might be the wrong. She might be the wrong. Not a lot of people watched it. Not a lot of people watched it. So I don't know if I'm gonna circle back. And what is Luke? Hey, Luke Hazley again. Thank you so much, Luke Hazley. Says reaction videos get the younger viewers. It's true. And older viewers. I'll watch a reaction video depending on what we're reacting to. Reaction videos are very popular in the red pill community, extremely popular. But you got to be careful because you can easily get copyright strikes. And shout out to N Lynch. Let's talk trending topics with N Lynch. And I think he has 2 copyright strikes now. And he had 2 copyright strikes and he had to back off until those went away. Because if you get that 3rd copyright strike, you're done. They'll delete your whole channel. So that's the problem with reaction videos. That is the problem with reaction videos. At the same time, look at mediocre tutorial reviews, right? And reactions. I mean, he's got 200,000 subscribers doing reaction videos. So you can absolutely kill the game. Absolutely kill the game with reaction videos. But it's double-edged. One thing that I was shocked about, MTR, he showed some of his videos. I was shocked at this. He went into his studio and just showed a clip of all the videos that he had made. So many of them were demonetized. Or the money from that, the money that he had gotten was going to the original creator of the work. I was like, oh my God, like I didn't know. Reaction videos, they'll get you some views, but I mean, it can be cutthroat. It can be cutthroat. Sorry about that, Trayvon. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
But yeah, those MCNs they're part of history now. They're gone, so I don't want to spend too much time talking about them. But you're exactly right. They were a huge scam. Yeah. Scam might be too strong of a word because even the biggest YouTubers were part of them. But it did turn out to be a scam, and really no one kind of knew what was going on until it was too late. So, I don't know, Trayvon. You go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's why in the private chat I was saying that today's YouTubers have it easier and harder at the exact same time. Because now you guys don't have to worry about MCNs and all those other stuff.
That's a fact.
But back in the day, if you started a YouTube channel, back in the day, usually you will be able to gain more money from AdSense. Because back in the day, there was no YouTube ad apocalypse, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, and now these advertisers are stingy on who they advertise. So if you want to be a YouTuber and make money, you have to ask yourself, what is the content that's going to make the most money? Because if you're going to be cursing and doing the whole Manix field thing, that's not going to make the most money. So you have to really think about it.
You say that, but then Kevin Samuels.
But Kevin Samuels
was talking about cologne. He was talking about clothes. He was talking about image. He wasn't making any money. He went into the red pill community and tore it up, and he's making millions. But your point is well taken. There's only one Kevin Samuels, right? So your point is well taken too.
He's not really making money out of AdSense. He probably
true.
He's making most of his money out of like YouTube donations and other people talk about his channel and stuff.
That's true. And guys, just to jump in, Trayvon is dropping a lot of knowledge. AdSense is not going to get you there. It's just not going to get you there. AdSense is a nice little thing, but usually you take a YouTuber that has 400,000 subscribers. AdSense is the least is the least revenue stream. There might be 7 revenue streams, 8 revenue streams, and AdSense might be the least. So Trayvon is really dropping a lot of knowledge. You're exactly right. Even Kevin Samuels AdSense, let's be honest, it's substantial. But his consulting fees, you know, what he gets from the Cash Apps, what he gets from Instagram, all that stuff is probably way more than the AdSense. So you're absolutely right, Trayvon. You're dropping knowledge. All right. So just to wrap this up, is there anything else that you wanted to quickly mention?
I want to give 5 quick tips. The
all right,
first
Trayvon.
tip is use whatever you have.
Facts.
Don't be scared because you don't have the fancy software. When I started YouTube, I used something called Sony Vegas. I used a free trial version. It got the job done. So use whatever you have.
Facts.
The second tip is do not let the comments scare you. You can have days where the comments are going to be mean to you. But don't stop just because you have a couple of bad comments. Don't let them stop you from making more videos, you know?
Yes.
The third thing is always take notes. Always take notes about the things that you want to talk about and the future things you're going to talk about. Because sometimes it's easy to get confused on topics, but if you have notes, you can not get confused and do everything as planned.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth thing is once you do get advertisements, know how to put your ads, because there's a science to it. Because if you put too many ads, people gonna stop watching videos.
Yes.
If you don't put ads on your videos at all, you're not gonna get any money. So there's a science. So you usually have to put an ad at the beginning and an ad at the middle. But you usually have to make the video in a way that it be natural. And there's a natural ad break in your video. So, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the fifth and final advice is make a website and put all your information in a website.
Nice. Man, Trayvon is just killing it. Trayvon is killing the game.
These are just the 5 tips and tricks that will help you out. Because with the website, you can have other links like your resume. You can have your links to your other YouTube channels, because you're supposed to have multiple YouTube channels, because in case something happened to your first one, there's always a backup. So that's why you always have to have multiple YouTube channels. And you also have to have multiple sources of income. So you have to have like a Patreon, your YouTube membership, and all those other stuff to make sure that if something happens, you can still have a little bit more money that's coming in. So
yes. Thank you so much, Trayvon. You are super, super knowledgeable. One of the most knowledgeable people that has come up. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everything that you have said has just been spot on.
Well,
all right?
I hope those tips help and have a nice day.
Perfect. Thank you, Trayvon. Trayvon, sorry. Put some respect on my man's name. Trayvon is the man. He's exactly right. You know, you definitely need a backup channel if you're doing all these reaction videos. Why do you need a backup channel? Because what's going to happen is you're going to get a couple of strikes, and then they're not going to allow you to go live. And then when you can't go live on your main channel, you're screwed. So that's why you need the backup channel so that you can go live while your first channel is sitting in timeout, right? I don't have a backup channel. I don't do reaction videos, but I probably need a backup channel. He's talking about you need a website. Mm-hmm. He's right about that if you're going to treat this like a business. I have a website, but it's leadattorney.com, but it's just a book consultation. So it's a penny ante website. But one thing that he didn't mention that goes along with the website that everybody talks about is a email list. You definitely need an email list so that you can talk to your people. I don't have an email list. Maybe next year, right? I don't do things the 100% professional way. I don't even know how to use Google ads, right? But I'm just telling you what I have heard. A lot of people say that you absolutely need an email list along with a website so that you can talk to your people, because all of this can just go. And there have been a few famous cases where YouTube has just cut off a video, a channel, just turned off the whole channel, just turned it off. And you can't talk to your folks.
That's true.
Right? So having a backup channel, having a email list, having a website, having other ways that you can talk to your people is really important. Shout out to Swagitude. Swagitude with the 1,432 DOP. Right? Shout out to the DOP. What does Swagitude say? I'm in the D. Okay, I'm in the DR. The actual, I should have read the damn thing. I didn't even read it. I should have read it. I should have read it first. I'm in the DR, and the actual oh, hold on, guys. I forgot I got a consult. Nobody give any more money because I'm gonna have to wrap this thing up pretty soon. I got a consult. We still got a few. Okay, we got a few more minutes. I'm in the DR and the actual amount is $25. Loving the content. Keep up the excellent work. Thank you so much, Swagitude. I wonder if Swagitude is one of these passport bros, right? Passport bros, they love the Dominican Republic. They say it's a lot better. I follow Tailor Made Dreams. Okay. And he's a strong brother out there, and he talks about, the United States is the Matrix and all this, and in a lot of ways, he's right. He's right. So I wonder if Swagitude knows. I think probably the Black community down there is pretty small. I'm pretty sure most people, most of the expatriates is what they call them. They kind of know each other. So shout out to Swagitude. I wonder if Swagitude has his own YouTube channel. A lot of people do well out there with YouTube. There are a few YouTubers, a few Black YouTubers in the Dominican Republic, along with Tailor Made Dreams. So shout out to Tailor Made Dreams. Tailor Made Dreams. Shout out to Swagitude for the $25. That's super, super generous. I want to talk about the Dominican Republic a little bit, because when I watch the Tailor Made Dreams, and for the people who I hear talk about the Dominican Republic, I sense that the women down there are much more cutthroat than the women in Brazil and the women in Colombia, the women in Mexico. So I wonder if that's the real spot to go to, because it seems like Black men go down there to have the girlfriend experience. I'm not talking about just the mongering, right? I'm talking about people Black men who want a relationship. But it seems to me that, from what I've heard, I've never been to the Dominican Republic, but it seems to me that the women down there know what the deal is. And so I want to talk to somebody who's been down there, because I just came back from Mexico, and that's a good place. Now, you got to know Spanish a little bit. If you don't know Spanish, if you go to Mexico, you're going to be down there in Cancun, or you're going to be in Cabo, and you're not going to be able to talk to the women like you want to. But it seems to me that men go down there, and it seems very transactional in the Dominican Republic. The women down there are much more hardcore. Like, they know what the deal is. They know what the game is. So maybe Swagitude, if you have a YouTube channel, or if you know anything about that would be interesting to talk to you about. Oh man, look at this. Larry Reid live, just bombing the lead attorney, man. Damn. Thank you so much, Larry. Shout out to Larry Reid, man. Y'all know who he is. Guys, again, I'm a middle-aged YouTuber, so what do I know? I didn't really know about this. And he came on a couple of months ago and blessed me like this. And I didn't know who he was. I was like, oh, I was so grateful. But then everybody in the chat was shouting him out, like, oh, Larry. That's when I know that somebody's a somebody. When the chat starts shouting them out, right? And so I am super, super appreciative of this, Larry. Your generosity is amazing. What does Larry say? My YouTube and Facebook is monetized with more than 270,000 combined. Damn. I use both as a funnel to generate more than what Facebook and Google pay. See, this is a man who knows how to run it as a business. Some people are telling me, they're like, "Oh, lead attorney, you need to stream to Instagram as well." And then they go to my Instagram and they see 3 posts and they're like, "What are you doing?" I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just trying. I'm just, I'm on the YouTube. This is why I call it YouTube Elementary, because there are people who really know how to do the damn thing. And it's obvious that that Larry Reid is one of them. So shout out to Larry Reid. And again, man, thank you so much. It's interesting too, because I mentioned that somebody from Instagram sent me a clip yesterday about 2 men talking bad about me, and they were talking bad about me in relation to Larry Reid. So it's super weird. So the day that he shows up in my stream, it's super interesting. Having said that, to go back to kind of what we were picking at about Rush Ribbons, it's hard out here, man. You gotta have a little thick skin, because people are absolutely going to come at you. They're absolutely going to get you. But on the other side, you get people like Larry, people in our community who will just hold you up. They will absolutely hold you up. Going back to what the attendant physician said, well, how many subscribers do you need to afford $600? Well, if you get 6 subscribers like Larry, you might just need 6. Or if you're waiting on AdSense, you might need 6,000, right? So, it really seems like it's more about the community. And I think Larry co-signed that. Larry said, yeah, you're going to get more of a community feel if you go live versus if you're trying to make these standalone 12-minute videos, which you can make a lot of money on. Shout out to Mr. Beast and all these, the huge white YouTubers making 12-minute videos and getting millions. Logan Paul or Jake Paul, right? You don't really see them going live, and they're killing the game. But, for us, if you really want that community, man, you have a live stream, and you can really develop your own tribe, as white people like to say, right? Find your tribe, right? So shout out to Larry Reid. Thank you so much. It was super, super generous. Larry Reid, the current sponsor of this live stream. Thank you, Larry. Just quickly, let me get who do we got? We got Keisha Colon. That's a name for you. The Britney Spears video could get more views if the title suggests other content is included, such as the Freestyle Friday panel that came on. This is interesting. So Keisha's like, okay, your Britney Spears video didn't get a lot of views, but maybe you could have fashioned the metadata. Maybe you could have fashioned the title. I'll give it to you if you say the thumbnail was weak. The thumbnail was weak. Maybe it could have gotten more views. Having said that, though, I will say, Keisha, look at the panel right now. Do you know what you see? What the panel is? You see Larry, who just blessed me. What we all got that one thing in common, right? We all and Brittany didn't really fit in. Brittany didn't really fit in with the scheme, right? So that's what I'm going to attribute it to. You're right. Probably all of my metadata could have been better. The description could have been better. The title. Your points are well taken. I'm going to say it's because she's white. but I appreciate your comment, because I do think it's true. And that thumbnail is weak as hell. The thumbnail is weak. Some shout out to El Guapo, who mentioned Fiverr. I look at Rebuilding Black Wall Street's thumbnails. They're excellent. And I'm like, how are you doing this? He's like, man, I pay $5 for them. Like, what? Yeah, he gets people on Fiverr to pay, and they'll do his thumbnails. Guys, this book right here, I don't know if you guys caught it, The YouTube Formula by Daryl Eves. This is the book that the guy who wrote this book is behind Mr. Beast and behind all these other humongous white YouTubers. Billions of views. This guy wrote this book. He was like, thumbnails are number one, man. Number one. Your content, it needs to be good. Fair enough. If your thumbnail is weak, it don't even matter. right? So thumbnails are huge. And Rebuilding Black Wall Street, he gets graphic designers to do, or people on Fiverr to do his thumbnails. He's doing it the right way. He's absolutely doing it the right way. So shout out to Keisha. I think you're right about this. I do also think that she's white though. And I'm not really sure how many people in our community, how many people in this space are checking for Britney Spears. I will say that. But I don't know. You could be right too. I need to investigate. But thank you so much for the comment and the super chat. Ramses7 always supporting your boy. What does Ramses say? Have anyone check on Kevin? He hasn't been live recently. Really? I don't know. I can't. You know, people complain about my videos because they're 7 hours long, 8 hours long. And then I'm like, stop complaining. And then they'll say, lead attorney, did you watch Kevin Samuel's live stream? I was like, no, they're 3 hours long. So I don't know. I can't sit through it either. So when you guys complain about my 7 hour live streams, I get it. I get it because I can't watch them either. I will say this though. Recently, I've started to help you guys out. I've started to put chapters. Do you guys know what chapters are? Chapters, if I have a 7 hour live stream, I put little segments. So you don't have to watch the whole thing. Just go to any segment that you want and just watch the segment. Some of you watch my live streams when you're at work. Some of you watch them when you're at the road. It's like chapters in a book. So now you know where you left off more or less, right? It's better than just a whole 4 hours with no chapters. So guys, I'm gonna give you 2 tips. The first tip is for you. The first tip is the chapters. I'm gonna give you a second tip. This is gonna hurt me, but I'm telling you because I love you. Watch my streams in double speed. Just watch them in double speed. If you watch my streams in double speed, they're going to be so much easier. I can't watch it. Shout out to Oshay Duke Jackson. He put me on. You think I'm listening to Oshay's videos in 1 speed? I don't know how you guys do it. I can't sit through that. But in 2, if I do it in double speed, to me, his videos are perfect. I can watch every single one, all 8 of them that he produces every single day. But I got to do it in double speed. If you are watching the lead attorney's videos on 1 speed, you're making a mistake. You're enjoying it, right? You got your popcorn there. But if you want to speed it up, watch it in 1.75, 1.5. Watch it in 2 speed. That's a user tip for you. And then we got Ebo. Shout out to Ebo with a $20 super sticker, man. That's generous. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Mr. Seward said the lead attorney is petty. What did I say that was petty? I didn't say anything that was petty. You're right. I am a little petty, but I don't remember what I said that was petty. All right. Let's go to Big Time Drums. Thank you for being so patient. I had Tommy Sotomayor on, and I was reading the super chats. He almost blew up. He did not like me reading the super chats, boy. He almost had a stroke on this damn show. It took everything in his power to contain himself. He was hurting me reading the super chats. All right, so we got Big Time Drum, Mike in the house. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, lead attorney.
Fantastic. Do you have a YouTube channel yourself?
Yes, I do. It's Big Time Drum, as the name says right there.
Perfect. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel?
Well, pretty much what my channel is about is obviously, hence the name, Big Time Drum, which is drumming and music. And I share about my life also. And I share a bit of commentary, on things that I feel like I want to share my opinion on. Generally, I try to stick more on music than on politics and any other, subject matter. But
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
how long have you had your YouTube channel?
I've had it for I want to say 3 or 4 years.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you liking it? How often do you upload?
Well, lately I've been kind of uploading like either once or twice a week. And by the way, I want to debunk a couple of points, if you don't mind me doing that.
Please do. Please do.
Okay. First of all, as far as, with YouTube, and I'm just sharing my experience. And by the way, you know, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. First of all, let me just say this, that it's not as simple as people may see or think it is. Because number
Facts.
one, I really have to debunk this, because number one, it's all about the content. And let me be very specific in saying about the content. Meaning,
Give me 1 second. Hold that thought. Remember what you're going to say. Donna said, didn't the lady come up there before him? She did. That's my fault.
yes.
She did. I forgot. Because she did, but then she got kicked off. And then I brought her back on. But
Okay.
that's my fault. I apologize to you, Paula. Donna is exactly right. So keep going, Big Mike Drum. But you're right. I apologize.
Okay. Okay. I talk about music, and obviously with my content, you see me playing to songs, playing in concerts, blah, 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 blah. And that's my niche. I stick to my niche.
Mm-hmm.
And because of what my niche is, as far as getting the subscribers, it takes a while, because it's basically just a thing of, I'm just one video away from it going viral.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, versus your channel, the reason why it's blowing up the way it's blowing up, because you're talking about current events. You're talking about things that is happening as of current. Okay. And I see the things that you're talking about generally are hot topics, but because of you being the lead attorney, it gives you an advantage, because you bring 2 points of views. You bring your point of view, and you bring the point of view from the lead attorney. So, it makes it more interesting to listen to, because, when you speak about, these things, and I hear you talking about it from a lawyer's point of view, that makes me go, wow, I didn't know that,
Right.
or sometimes it helps for me to understand, maybe I need to go about things this way, because the lead attorney said it from, a lawyer's perspective. So now it has me thinking, man, now I need to go about it this way. You see?
That's a good point.
So
Yeah.
not only you're giving life lessons, but you're giving, should I say, cheap legal advice. Okay?
Yes, which is how my channel started off. You're exactly right.
Right. So therefore, my thing is, I just want to say to everyone, if you want to start a YouTube channel, go ahead and start it. But just know that the content, and not so much, how you film it, because to be perfectly honest, majority of my videos lately, guess what I use? This.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But again, it's the content, and here's a good case in point, right? Because of I remember there was something that you were talking about as far as content a few moments ago. Okay, so I have a video that I talked about what T-Pain went on a rant on. Now, I never used his actual video because of what you're saying with the whole copyright strikes. So instead of doing that, I talked about it. But because I talked about it, I got views and I got people commenting.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Guys, listen, what he's saying is the absolute truth.
However, watch this. Here's the flip side of that. The only thing with that video is this. 3-4 months after that, nobody's going to care or watch that video ever again.
3-4 months. What?
Yeah.
3-4 days? in my experience, it's 3 or 4 days, and your video's done. Yes.
Exactly. However, but I will say this, because I remember one time you were talking about this, and I wanted to also just say this to you in your defense. When you talk about, things that are lawyer related and divorce and all this other stuff, there is an advantage to it, because just like with myself and you, that we talk about things, or I might do things like I might play a song or something or anything to do with music. In the long run, you know, it still continues to get views in years to come. Just like if you're talking about, you know, things to do with divorce, you know, and child and moms and dads and marriage and whatever, in the long run, you know, it gets views. It might get views on a slower, but guess what? Slow and steady wins the race.
Facts on you. Yes, man. Mike is dropping knowledge. YouTube, don't come in here thinking like me, like I'm gonna put up a couple of videos and blow up. It wasn't like that at all. It's slow and steady. You're exactly right.
So what I'm saying here is there's a balance, right? But at the same time, again, I still go back to the point of it's about the content that you're putting out that will determine how you succeed and how quickly you succeed. Also, at the same time, it will also depend on the audience that you're trying to attract.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I also want to debunk one point of view. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You had a guy who obviously, you know, I was making the joke, man, you need to Frank cancel that dude, man. But I want to debunk that point of view because here's the thing. I am a professional musician of 30-something years, have played with the best and the worst, and I have toured and I'm still touring. Wow. And one thing I can tell you from touring around the world is this, okay? Money talks, bullshit walks in any part of the world you go to, right? So when he's saying, well, you know, you could do the work and then, you know, you could pay them later. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. And if he's saying that happens in other parts, well, guess what? Guess how far those people are getting? Right. They ain't gotten too far.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
So I just wanted to debunk that point of view, you know. Anyways, I just wanted to debunk that point of view.
No problem. Well, listen, thank you so much coming on. Big Time Drum, aka yes, Mike. You see it right there. I think already somebody just shout out to Tim. Tim's on it, man. Tim already dropped your link, the link to your channel in the chat. All right.
Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, Tim, and thank you so much, Mike, for coming on and dropping that wisdom, dropping that knowledge on us. Okay.
Yes,
thank you. All right. You have a great day.
One love.
All right, let me pull up Sim right quick. Also, talk about patient. Paula, first of all, Paula was on another stream, a recent stream, and she was about to talk, and then her connection died, right? But I was ending the stream. Then just now she was on again, and her connection dropped, and she comes back on, but then I skip her. Why did I skip her, guys? I wish you guys could see the layout that I have in the back. It's like 12 squares. And she was square number 4. And she had made it all the way up to number 4, but then her connection dropped. When I pulled her back up, she was number 12 again. Right? So I pulled her, I saw her being number 12, so I pulled her up, but then I just looked at who was next in line. So that's why I skipped Paula. It was completely unintentional. So I apologize about that, Paula. So Paula, you're finally here. Finally here.
Finally.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. Right? It's always something, Paula. Shout out to Cigar Talk. Supporting your boy all through this. Thank you, Cigar Talk. Really appreciate it. What does Cigar Talk say? My wife and daughter are Dominican born. Most of the YouTubers in DR live in tourist areas known for mongering and give a false narrative on the Dominican women and culture. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah, I hear you. I don't think an American black man can really ever fully understand the Dominican culture, right? Especially if you don't speak Spanish. Most of our guys that go down there, you know, we have a little bit of Spanish, but it's not like their Spanish. And so shout out to Taylor Made Dreams. He'd be like, yeah, you're dating a girlfriend and you go over to the girlfriend's house and she's got the mother and the father and the brother and the cousin, and they're all sitting down and y'all are all eating. You don't even know that her cousin is not her cousin. Her cousin is really her boyfriend. But the family has told you that the cousin is the cousin when really it's the boyfriend, but you don't speak Spanish enough to know that the boyfriend is the cousin and not the boyfriend. So y'all are all breaking bread at the same table, and your girlfriend and her boyfriend are sitting right there at the same table playing footsie, and you're thinking that that's your girl, right? So shout out to Cigar Talk. It's true. A lot of us go down there and we fall into some traps because we don't really know the layout of the land. We can't speak the language. We don't know the culture. So I think you're absolutely right about that. It will be hard for us to really fully engage. Now, there are some Black men down there that have been married, that are married down there. They've been living down there 15 years. They're fluent in Spanish. They know what the deal is. But, you know, if this is your third time down there and you're only spending 2 weeks and you're down there and you don't speak Spanish, I think you're absolutely right, Cigar Talk. So thank you so much for that. I think you're absolutely right. Okay, Paula, sorry about that. So I am glad that you are here. What do you think?
Too.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
I know we've been having some problems.
I got a lot to say.
So do you have a YouTube channel?
I do have a YouTube channel. I started it about a year ago, but I just recently made a commitment to like go all in on it, like in the last couple weeks.
Excellent. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what your channel is about?
So I have a 26-year-old daughter who has autism and a couple other special needs. And people have been telling me for years, you need a book, you need to write a book, you need to help other moms. Because for whatever reason, people say I don't look like I have a special needs child, which I'm like, what does that mean? Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. You would, people say you would never know you have. And I think what it is because a lot of moms get so bogged down in the caretaking that they really lose themselves and they really don't have a life outside of that. Yes. So what I want to do is bring like support and encouragement and kind of some of the things that I have done, you know, that makes my life full. That's just a part of my life, although I'm all in. So I want to share that with other moms. So it's kind of hard when you're doing it to figure out what did I do? Because I just thought everybody did that. And everybody's like, no, everybody doesn't do that. So that's what it's about. So that is my niche. I was a little scared to niche down, but I hear everybody saying that's the way to go. That's the way to go. You know, it's kind of
absolutely.
But first things first, I want to thank you for doing this because this is like a huge blessing to anybody that would really take this on and really like listen to what you're saying. I watched your other 2 videos about growing a YouTube channel.
Oh, thank you. Almost nobody watched them. Nobody's watching.
No, I want to know. Well, because it's nice to see the progression when people go from, you know, 25. I have like 20 followers. So please, everybody, please go subscribe to my channel. And if you know someone who has a special needs child, you know, feel free, share it, that kind of thing. So
yeah, and AT Alien again, she's asking for your what's the name? She says, "Oh my gosh, I need her page. My oldest son has autism, and I am an
we got
advocate."
to talk. Yeah, my page is Paula McNair. I think they had it up. I will. Put
Tim just dropped it again.
Okay, yeah. So Paula McNair, Unapologetic is what I'm calling it. But so when I came on the other day, I wanted to talk to you about the divorce situation. There's an 80% divorce rate with parents who have a special needs child.
Wow, I bet too.
80%. So I want to do a series on divorce, and I want you to come on my channel. I emailed you about it, but that is that.
I would love to.
Huge blessing. Okay, we got to hook up. I emailed you, so I'll email you again.
Yeah,
and then I'm also at LRL a couple weeks ago, like probably a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I would love to.
It's a huge.
Did I respond to it?
And actually, no, you didn't. And I just went through a divorce after being married 28 years. So.
28 years.
Yeah.
You know what? Shout out to Jen. Jen came on here, and Jen was like on the block with Jen. And she was just talking, and she was like, yeah, you know, because my daughter's 28. And everybody was like, what? Because she looked 28 herself. You do not look like you could have been married for 28 years.
I was a child bride. No.
These Black women are holding up.
Black don't crack, you know.
Right? These black women are holding up, man. It looks impossible that you would have been married for 28 years. My goodness.
28 years. Yeah. I'll be 51 in a couple weeks.
51. Listen, guys, what are you talking about? You are easily looking at someone. You look 34 to me all day long. All day long. See, and now people are gonna be like, "Oh, lead attorney simping." Right? Rush. This is the life, man. This is anything, and people are gonna come at you. Say anything.
So funny you say that, because when I tell my other children, I have 3 children, that people tell me like, "Oh, you look 38, 35." They're like, "Are they white?" I'm like, "No, they weren't white." I'm like, "No, they weren't white. Somebody black said it."
Somebody black, right? Somebody
right?
Yeah. We hold up. We absolutely hold up. So how long have you said you've been on YouTube?
So I've been on a year, but I just started like really trying to get a lot of more information so I can grow my channel, so I can be effective, because it is discouraging when you put video out there and nobody watches it, or because I'm at like 20 subscribers right now.
Oh my goodness.
So it's discouraging, but it's like, what I say to myself now, what I did is, if I can just help one mom.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If I can just help one mom not give up, not lose herself, not want to commit suicide, not want, so I'm looking at it like that, because I do need to, I'm very passionate about it, and I know that I'm called to do that. So it's really important to me.
I think that is perfect. Well, thank you so much. Listen, I'm sorry, guys. I just noticed the time. I've got a consultation at 5 o'clock. I'm gonna get to everybody who's waited, but we might have to go to like a lightning round. But I do want to get Paula on. Paula, so what are some of the things that you've learned, just quickly, over?
So what I've learned now, what I'm gonna do now is go on twice a week live, because that's been my biggest problem. Like you said, editing the videos. Because you shoot a video and then it's like you need 3 hours to edit it. So now I'm just gonna go live twice a week. I'm gonna go live on YouTube and TikTok, because TikTok you get a lot of movement with TikTok.
That's what I heard.
So that's what I'm gonna do, is just go live, say what I'm gonna say, and then just work with the meta and the tags and that kind of thing once the video is done on my live, and just go from there. Because you start thinking about, what am I gonna produce? I need to have it edited. I need to add this to it. It's too much. You just won't get it done.
Right. You are exactly right.
So that is my big takeaway from today, is going live.
Just the S.
And I am a LRLer. So Larry Reid, he's always
shout out to Larry Reid.
Shout out to Larry.
Shout out to Larry Reid, always supporting your boy. So
yeah.
Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on.
I'm gonna email you.
Please do. AT
Elliott, I'm gonna email her too.
AT Elliott said she just subscribed to you. So thank you so much.
Good looking out. Good looking out.
All right, thank you, Paula. Right. Please come back.
So we'll
anytime.
Talk soon. Yeah,
yes,
I will. Thank you.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. We got JT Coin Rings in the house. And again, guys, I'm sorry. We're gonna kind of do a little speed round here, but I want to get to everybody. Liz, I'm gonna let you in. You're the last person in, though. No one else. The back is closed because I got a consultation in a few minutes. All right, we got JT Coin Rings. JT Coin Rings in the house, always supporting your boy too. Tell us a little bit about your channel.
Lead attorney, I thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be on your channel. I follow. I'm always inside the comments, soaking up all the game that you give. One thing I learned about your channel, I love about your channel, is that you do this right here. You give back to the community. You don't know how much you give back by allowing people to use your platform and to share ideas, to talk about points that you want to make. That's real big, and that's one way to give people the confidence and also the experience that they need to start their own channel. So I salute you.
Oh, thank you.
And I thank you for what you do in these YouTube streets.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, JT Coin Rings. And again, you are always, like you say, you're always on the channel, always in my chat, always supporting me monetarily with great comments and everything. So thank you so much. Tell us a little bit about your channel.
Well, my name is JT Coin Rings. I'm here in Baltimore. What I do is I talk about precious metals, silver, gold, and I turn them into rings.
Wow.
So I turn precious metals, silver and gold coins to rings. I started this channel some time ago. I started my YouTube channel some years ago, but I started putting content maybe a year and a half to 2 years ago, and I love the precious metal community so much. I started JT Coin Rings, and I also do a lot of collabs. So I know that you short for time, so I just want to give some of my tips on what I learned to get my 1,700 subscribers on YouTube, and what I'm planning to do in the future to continue to grow. So,
fantastic. Yes.
So what I say,
Lizzie said she just subscribed to you.
Thank you so much, Lizzie. I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
What I suggest is collaborate. Doing things like this, collaborate, gives people an opportunity to get on a platform and share what they do. Just like you just did me, opportunities to talk about precious metals and the rings that I make. I collaborate. Later on this evening, I'm talking about a book called The Hidden Cost of Being African American. This book is a book club that collaborate with another channel, the Dr. Ma'at channel, and we talk about books every month or until we read it. So that's one thing that I think we should do, collaborate, because it helps us to grow and helps our communities to cross to get to know new communities. Live stream. I do live streams for like a year straight with my friend Eli. It's called Silver Talk. And we was a bunch of Black dudes sitting in our living room talking about precious metals, because a lot of people in our community may not know about gold and silver prices. So the live stream gave us opportunity to do what we're doing right now. People to talk, ask questions, and we can share right on the spot. The next thing is be consistent. That's one thing that I haven't been doing in the last 3 months, because I'm going through a divorce myself. The biggest thing is consistency. So I'm getting back on that horse on Monday to start my two videos a week, and then I also do IG, YouTube, TikTok, and take advantage of the shorts, because even if you don't have a 5-minute, 10-minute video, if you do a short, it gives people opportunity to see what you're about, and it may help drive some traction to your channel. Also, IG. I got 1,700 subscribers on YouTube. I got 2,000 followers on IG, because
awesome.
I learned to cross, and those little posts helps build attention as well. So do TikTok, because I do the same thing in TikTok. Little 10 to 15-second clips helps people to know about JT Coin Rings. So those 3 things: collaborate, live stream, consistency. And I want to bring a point that the Seattle Black veteran did in your chat. He made a point. He said slow motion is better than no motion. And so that's my point. Lead attorney, thank you so much for allowing me on the platform. I hope this won't be the last time. I'm a member, so I'll be here every month. I'm supporting.
Perfect. Thank you so much. You always supporting me, and I see you in the chat all the time. But please come up more often. Please come up more often. So thank you so much for telling all of us about your channel. Black people need to know more about these precious metals.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing. To Paula, my daughter works at Kennedy Krieger, and she works with kids with special needs. She's going to school to major in special education. So I know she'll look at your channel. She loves the kids. She loves this field that she's entering in. So the special needs community definitely needs our support. And when a mother talks about the pain and what's needed, it's definitely good that we get the education so we can tell our family members and help them through the situation.
Perfect. Thank you so much, JT Coin Rings. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. We just got so many strong people in our community. So many people who know about so many different things, right? Because how many Black people really know about precious metals? You know, you hear all these white people talking about, hey man, it's time to buy gold. You hear all these white people talking about it's time to buy silver, right? But you know, we might have a gold necklace, right? We don't really know about the prices and anything like that. All right, so here's the thing. Let me shout quick shout out to the Kosher Clinic. Kosher, it's a tongue twister. The Kosher Clinician. Shout out to the Kosher Clinician. He tore it up. He came in on the last live. He tore the whole day up. He killed the live stream. What did he say? Once again, your work and support is merited. No thumbnail cap. Shout out to him, man. I had to call him out. He stole my damn thumbnail. He stole my damn thumbnail on my Bill Cosby video. Look at my video. Look at my Bill Cosby video and his Bill Cosby video. He straight bit it. He straight bit it. Shout out to Coach Coalition. And he admitted it too. That's how you know he's a stand-up guy. You know, he was like, yeah, he didn't admit it like he should have. He should have been like, okay, lead attorney, I stole your shit. He didn't say it like that. He was like, well, I was highly influenced by it, right? I was highly influenced, but he admitted it. Shout out to the Coach Clinician. And My Vivid Life, please. All right. Please, somebody drop My Vivid Life. Are you a moderator? Can you drop this stuff? You definitely need to be one. Oh my goodness. And also shout out to Yemi with the pal. She sent me an email. Guys, listen, here's the problem that we're faced with. All right. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 people in line. And I've got about 10 minutes. So we can do one of two things. We can squeeze everybody in right now, or I can come back at about in about an hour and a half. All right. And we can just keep this going. Because I want everybody to have their say, especially because, you know, Sim and Cash Flow, Joe, you guys have waited so damn long. You know, I don't want it. You waited so long, and then I'm like, okay, what do you have to say in 2 minutes, right? So I feel bad about that, but I do have some consults to do. So well, we'll see where it goes. But I got to leave pretty soon. I don't know what you guys prefer, that I start this up again. Seattle said, I just need 2 minutes. All right. The steward says come back. Sharon says come back. Maybe I'll come back, but we'll see what we got. Sim, so what do you think about this? Do you have a YouTube channel?
Hello, everyone. Hey, I do have a YouTube channel. It's Simsia. So
shout out to Sim. What's your channel about?
So my channel is about my personal finance journey. So
awesome.
Throughout I'm originally from South Africa, right? So I've been here since '93, but I've been in Raleigh. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. So I've discovered a lot, and I've been curious about finance in general. And so I've spent most of my time trying to figure out how to really make it in America in order to live the American dream. So my channel is about really just tapping into the small incremental opportunities for you to capture your wealth or capture opportunities for you to make money. So it's about personal finance, essentially retirement investing, and really just understanding the slow path to becoming wealthy. And that's what essentially it is. And it's chronicling some of the discoveries that I'm making throughout my journey. And it's giving me an opportunity to share with my future heirs or my future generation about what my journey entailed. But it's not just strictly finance talk, but it's everything from the things that I do for fun, you know, while I'm on my personal finance journey, and what they cost me, and what kind of value they add to my life.
Got you. That's what's up. Well, listen, I want to get to everybody. So is Tim, or if somebody could drop the link to Sim's channel. But I'm going to come back. And if when I come back, if you're still around, I'll pull you up for a much fuller explanation. Okay. So I'm sorry to rush it through. I did want to shout out to My Vivid Life, man. Do you know what My Vivid Life said? Guys, there are some guys like me who like short women. She said she's 5 foot. You know how hard it is to find a woman who's 5 foot even? That's difficult to do. She ain't gonna beat Raven, right? Shout out to Raven. Raven's 4'7". I don't think anybody's gonna beat 4'7". But My Vivid Life, she's certainly trying. All right, so thank you so much, Sim. And please, if you're around, please come back. All right, I just have to run real quick. All right, we got my man Cash Flow Hustles in the house. Oh, Walker. Okay, Walker's doing it. Cash Flow Hustles. Cash Flow Hustles.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about your channel right quick.
Well, you know, I came on there before because I was deep off into your YouTube elementary thing, you know, before. So I you know, we had chopped it up before, and I'm just basically do entrepreneurial stuff, businesses, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, online marketing, credit repair. I'm just doing entrepreneurial hustles. So that's why it's with a plural. But
hustles,
yeah. I just want to do the little quick thing. I had a whole list of stuff, but since you got a time constraint,
but just come back. Yeah, if you're able to
do that. I can't do that. So what I'll do is I'll do one thing.
Okay.
That's the most important on your list, and the other stuff I'll come at another time.
Okay,
the
perfect.
One thing I wanted to focus on was the point out of many was the collaboration point. Very important that I want to announce. So what I'm doing, you remember when that guy said something about getting the group and the mastermind and blah 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 and all of that. And you were saying about it's another headache, it's another responsibility, which is true. It's more on your plate, right? So what I'm doing, I already have a group that already exists. It's super small, but it does the same thing. And mine it's a Facebook group, and mine is Social Media Marketing Alliance. So for the purposes of collaboration, in the spirit of what that dude said, because I disagree strongly with what he said. You remember the dude that want the free stuff?
Yeah, he wanted the free
I
stuff.
was yelling at the screen about that, man. But I won't even go into that subject. But that's crazy. But what he did bring up was a group where the collaborators in the platform can organize and orchestrate stuff that they're gonna do for their different channels. So I'm inviting folks, true enough, go to my YouTube channel and all that type of stuff, watch the YouTube. But for group collaborations, go to the Facebook group.
Awesome.
And I don't know how to put this link in, how this link stuff work, whatever it is, or I just put it on my thing, but it's Social Media Marketing Alliance. And that's where we form an alliance of social media marketers, contributors, YouTubers, TikTok, blah, blah, whatever. And you can orchestrate and organize what you're going to do, the collaboration. So I don't know how to do this link thing or whatever this stuff is or whatever. I mean, but just type or you can just go to my channel and I'll do a video over there about Social Media Marketing Alliance and focus on collaboration. You keep hearing collaboration, right?
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Even Daryl Leaf talked about it. The reason my channel is as big as what it is because of collaboration.
Exactly.
Like no one knows collaboration more than me because Oshay Duke Jackson really put my whole channel on the map.
Exactly.
So it's important. No,
Exactly.
you're absolutely right. We definitely need to look into that.
Go to that Facebook group where we can organize in a systematic way on different niches, blah blah blah, the whole 9 yards. But together we can do this. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Thank you so much. Cash Flow Hustles with the S, plural, multiple streams of income. Thank you. And hopefully, I know you might not be here when I come back, but hopefully another time when you see me, please jump on the panel.
I'll be back later some other time.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, we got my man Joe in the house. Man, we have not had Joe in the house in so long. My man Joe been chilling. Joe, how you been? Listen, we only got 2 minutes.
I know. Okay. I'm coming back though, man. You know
please do.
But I just gotta give my shout outs, man. You know me.
Give a quick shout out.
You know who I'm gonna shout out to? Who am I shout out to?
Roof Hustles, something like that.
Still Roof. Well, there is a Roof Hustles too.
Oh, really? Okay, who's
down in what's it called? Well, a Wall Street Trapper.
Wall Street Trapper, that's right.
Yeah.
Shout out! I'm putting his thing in the chat right now. Wall Street Trapper. All right.
Wall Street Trapper, and we'll shout out Black Girl Stocks.
Black Girl Stocks. Okay, shout out to the Black girls. We got a couple down here.
Man, she's fine as hell.
Okay,
don't tell her I said that though.
All right. What else we got, Joe? Shout out
to Corey. Blind guy and his wife. Man,
yes, shout out to man. They kill it. They kill it. Shout out.
Thanks for putting me on over there, man.
Joe, you are all in these streets, and everybody loves you, man. You support.
Thank you
support us
over there, man. I really
you support all of us.
Yeah. Miss Gail.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Shout out to Gail. Right. Shout out to Gail.
Miss Patrice.
Yes. Okay, Joe, listen, come back. Okay. You're going to be around. You ain't got nothing to do. Come back.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you soon, Joe. All right. And now we got Kosher Clinic, the kosher clinician. Shout out to the kosher clinician who tore the stream up. Everybody was loving the kosher clinician. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, God. Thank you once again, man. It was a pleasure and an honor. I've been getting so much positive feedback. This is definitely a journey. I'm going to do a show on you at some point, so be on standby. No thumbnail cap. So, but on the real, I love what you're doing, man. You personify the essence of a Pisces, man. Very giving, man. Big heart. And I really love what you're doing, man. I look forward to the collaboration, but more or less, I look forward to empowering our people. There's a crisis in this world, the lead attorney, and mental health is something that needs to be addressed. And so as a licensed clinical therapist, I decided to take this journey, but also I decided to take this journey to empower Black men. So, man, I'm so excited. I got a big boost, man, from you. Thank you again, brother. And I promise you, you're going to benefit from this because I love the collaboration that you're doing with brothers. And your heart is pure. Some men are in this for money. They don't really give a damn about the brotherhood. It is about themselves. But I know that you are genuine because I've tested you in so many ways, not in a bad way, if you've proven yourself to be a stand-up brother, man. So salute to you, shout out to you. And I also, it's going to start giving consultations. So tell them to check me out, lead attorney at kosherclinician@gmail.com for clinical consultation, non-diagnostic clinical consultations, as I am a licensed clinical therapist. And also I'm a former special ed teacher. So the young lady, Paula, tell her she want to get in contact with me. Maybe we can do a show about special ed. And I can help her out as well because I did teach special ed in the past. So thank you again, brother. And this, you know, give them the link about the kosherclinician@gmail.com. We can actually do some collaborations on mental health because that's something that's needed the most in our community. We can talk about everything else, but mental health is paramount in the Black community. It needs to be addressed. And unfortunately, it's not being addressed. And unfortunately, a lot of men are suffering in silence. And so we want to make sure we calibrate their schema. We want to make sure we calibrate their mindset so they can get more or less eradicate some of those negative thinking patterns that they currently have. So once again, shout out, brother, and I appreciate it, man. I really do.
Facts. Thank you so much. And again, man, I'm glad you got support from the last live stream because you fucking earned it. I mean, you came here and you killed it. You came here, you were giving us that work, right?
They got that work, and guess what? It's not over, man. Like I said, man. Listen, I know you could go. I gotta go, but listen. If you see me, just when this afternoon or when I come back, just please come back on and I'll give you more time. I will, brother. Okay? Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Perfect.
Sir.
No problem. All right. Thank you, guys. Man, we had two beautiful Black women. Shout out to Twan. Shout out to Twan in the house. Twan Burgess. Oh, I should have read it. It said, "Oh, they fine." Yeah, two beautiful Black women, but then they disappeared. So I wish they were here. I was going to close the show out with them. But listen, I got to go, guys. I got a couple consultations, but then I'm going to come back. I'll come back in about an hour and a half, and we'll keep doing this. Even though only 200 people are watching, we're giving this information. I'm letting you guys know some of the mistakes that I made, how, you know, when I went to Mexico for these 2 weeks, it just killed my channel. You know, some of you didn't see the charts that I showed in the beginning, but just, you know, very quickly, take a look at this. Let me show you my views right quick. These are charts from my channel. These are my views, right? I was getting, you know, 30,000 views in a day, 15,000 views in a day. You know, on this day I got, you know, what's that? Maybe 40,000 views in a day. Look what happened when I went to Mexico. I went to Mexico for 2 weeks and stopped posting. My stuff almost went down to zero, right? Almost went down to zero. Take a look at this. Look at my watch hours. These are my watch hours. It looks the same way. You know, on this day, in July 14th, people watched me for 7,000 hours. On this day, it looks like it's more like 10,000. This day, people looked at me like 15,000 hours. When I went to Mexico, it like 2 hours. It was going to zero, right? The same thing with my subscribers. You know, on this day, you know, I was getting 500 subscribers a day. This day, I got a little bit more over 500. This day, this is like 675 subscribers in a day. When I went to Mexico, look how it dropped off, right? What is this telling you? This is telling you that you cannot depend on your catalog. You cannot depend on the videos that you did 3 weeks ago. YouTube does not care about what you did in the past. You got to keep going. Consistency is key with YouTube. I did not know I was going to do this. Now, I took a vacation last month, kind of was, and I had to go down to Florida, and my stuff dropped. And I was like, oh, maybe that's a one-off. I did it again. I had to go to Mexico this month. I mean, my whole channel was going to zero, right? And now it's just starting to pick back up. And if, you know, you can tell where it starts to pick back up now that I'm back, right? Now that I got back today or this day, and now it's starting to come back up. So this was huge, guys. This is a lesson for you to learn. But that's the whole point of this stream, is for us to learn from each other, from our mistakes. Now that I've made these mistakes and my channel's at zero, right now, maybe you don't have to make those mistakes. Maybe if you have to go on a business trip or you have to be away, you can batch up some content to release while you're gone. Or maybe you shoot from your hotel room, right? or maybe you do like Rebuilding Black Wall Street and you get the Google ads and have the ads running while you're gone so that all of your metrics don't go to zero like mine did. Right. So this is what we're doing. We're learning from each other, and we're just having a community. I'm gonna come back. I'm sorry to rush the people off that I had to rush off, but anybody who I rushed off, come back in about an hour or two, hour and a half or two, and we'll keep it going. All right. Thank you guys so much. I am not your attorney. I am the lead. And a quick shout out again to Gail, to all of the moderators for dropping those links. Huge thank you to the sponsor of this video, the sponsor of this live stream, Larry Reid Live. Very generous super chat. Everybody who gave super chats, everybody who hit me up in the Cash Apps and the PayPals. Thank you so much. All right. This would not be what it is without you. We just have a really strong community here, and you guys hold me up. You really do hold me up. I appreciate it so much. All right. So now your attorney. I am the lead attorney, and I'm here to help you lawyer up. All right. Everybody have a great night.